So the first video is the video, and I just want to give a little background to what we're doing and what we're talking about. Hey, One True Empress. I'm talking fast because I want to stay on time, but now I can slow down a little bit because we got a little bit of time to do this part. Um, how do we begin, y'all? How do we begin? Okay. How do we begin? Um, we all know that about this time, a week or two ago, many of us who know her as Miss Jackie O. She's also her birth name is Jacqueline Smith. She was well known as a Wild and Out girl and DC Young Fly's girlfriend and the mother of his children. She since somehow spawned and evolved into his partner, his wife, and his fiance at the same time, but she has clarified that she is none of that. She is his girlfriend. But she passed away suddenly. Um, Moments before she passed away, a day or two, she had posted a video that she was going to Miami to get a surgery done, a mommy makeover. She was posted on the surgeon's social media site, and she's passed away. Now, I don't have any videos that talk about her death other than the funeral, so I'll tell you what happened from my understanding. I don't report the news. I'll just tell you what happened. Allegedly, speculatively, and Miss T Taylor Baby and St. Hudson, what you have to add is much appreciated here.
I'm here, boo.
She had a mommy makeover done on around May 30th, and she was in Miami, and she went back to her hotel, which was a Homewood Suites, which on my first little bougie ass site was like, what? She said in a Homewood
Yeah, I
Suite.
heard it
Yeah,
was
I heard it
very
was very
low brow,
low brow,
low
Yeah,
budget.
low budget.
threw me off. That threw me off because
Uh
if
huh.
most people who are going, I mean, it's just most of the hospital, most of the doctors who do these surgeries, their offices arrange the aftercare, and their offices put people in nice hotels with nurses, and she was in a hotel by herself, no family, no nurse, no nothing.
Damn.
And and tonight we'll watch some videos that kind of give a little bit of insight into what might have happened in that hotel room and how she may have ended up in the situation she was in and how some of it, whether we want to believe it or not, may have been her responsibility.
Wow.
I just want to take a moment on that because we've had a lot of talk, in our comments and across the internet about DC Young Fly, and I just want to, I can't squash any bullshit or any rumors. I'm not in that position, but I will say this man did not sacrifice his girlfriend. She went and decided to do something that ended up a certain way. He did not
Thanks,
sacrifice her.
MsJE. Give me one
Give me one
moment. I'm gonna
moment.
go
I'm gonna
back
go
out and
back
come
out
back
and come
in
back
because
in
they
because
said
they
we have
Okay.
an
said we have an
echo.
echo.
Okay.
I don't hear an echo, but okay. Okay.
I
Um
hear it
I hear
too.
it
It's on
too.
mine
It's on
too.
mine
Maybe we
too.
should
Maybe we
both.
should both.
yeah, well, do this, you guys. Go into your sound here in StreamYard and check and see if you can edit your mic settings and put it on echo cancellation. See if that helps. But in the meantime, I do want to go ahead and get this video started. This is the first video we're going to watch because before we watch the funeral video, y'all, we are in for a ride tonight. I have blocked this video out based on my best education as a show producer, and I have blocked this video out to
Testing.
approximately, yes, I can hear you. Um, I've blocked this video out
Is
to
it still an
Still an
echo, you
echo, you
guys?
guys?
there is a little bit of an echo, but it's not too bad. Just talk again, Miss T Taylor, baby.
Testing. It's a
It's a
slight
slight
echo.
echo.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
go
I'm gonna
back
go
out and
back
come
out and
back
go
in.
back in.
Yeah, okay. Okay. It is a slight echo. Um but oh Siri, I didn't ask you for light echo. Um Hold on, let me turn the volume down here. Hold on. All right. Okay, so the first video we're going to watch is from 5 years ago when she had her first cosmetic surgery. And the reason why we're watching this video together is because I think from the beginning of the video until the absolute end, it gives so much insight into her mindset and her thoughts and her logic as it comes to these kinds of procedures and their risk and the aftercare and there in my perception is a bit of immaturity that may have led to this tragic situation. Young people can tend to feel a little bit inevitable, inevitable, and sometimes, you know, you're not. Sometimes you're not. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and get this first video started. Um, about Y'all, this is hard. I have cried so much this week. I ain't even gonna hold you. I have cried so much this week and last week. I didn't want to talk about this until her family laid her to rest. It was really important to me that I didn't discuss this too early because her family deserved the closure of laying her to rest before we started digging into it. I just felt. And as a mother and as a woman who's lost both of my parents in the last 5 years, it hits close to home. When you see somebody lose a mama. So it's been. Look at you looking pretty. Look at
Thank
you looking gorgeous.
you.
You don't miss a beat,
So how
girl.
is that, you guys? It's
There's
still a
still a
little
bit of
echo,
echo.
huh?
Is the TV on?
No.
What is this
I
new?
mean, I got it
It's
muted.
this box.
It's not
I
that
think.
bad though. I don't think. If you ask me, it's not bad.
Okay,
What
I'm
do you
gonna
think?
go back to that
Okay.
cancellation.
I've never seen this box before. Uploading recordings.
Oh, I did that. I did
I
that.
think that's
Sometimes you
probably
will
what's
see it.
causing the
I can
echo.
I can actually stop that. Let's see. Let me see if I could change it. Hold on. Yeah, that's something that I do sometimes so that you guys can actually access the recording yourself if you want to, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Let me see if I can turn it off. I don't think I can turn it off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Say Hudson, let me hear you.
Is that better?
Yours is fine. Y'all, St. Hudson sound okay?
What about now?
Still a little bit of an echo.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back out again and come right back.
You got a set of headphones or something?
No.
Okay. All right, we'll figure it out. It's not that
Yeah,
bad though.
it
I'll be
still
honest with you.
has.
Oh, there it
It
is.
Is that
says upload
better?
progress.
Yeah, that's the StreamYard, but I don't think I can turn that off now that I have it on.
And I closed the other box.
What box?
I had YouTube open and I couldn't
Oh,
close it.
okay. Sometimes that's what I have to do. I had to close YouTube too. Sometimes that's what I have to do too. Let me get us on here. How we sounding now, y'all? Could you give me a little bit of feedback in the chat before I begin?
This is so morbid.
It is, and that's why I've been pushing it off. I've been pushing it off because I wanted to make sure. But I'll be honest with you, Saint Hudson. You know me. I got the nudge to talk about it. I got the nudge. I got the this. If I had to go, then you need to know that it doesn't have to happen.
No, it needs to be done.
It doesn't, the nudge was like, cause I kept getting like, I don't even follow this girl, and her videos were showing up on my feed,
Yeah,
and I'm
such
getting
is
this.
life.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting this feeling like, after my loved ones pass away and they want to hear a certain song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I just followed the nudge, and it was like, say what needs to be said. Just say what needs to be said because it doesn't have to happen.
Yeah.
Prevention is the
Prevention is the
key.
key.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's
And I
just
mean,
so.
literally, I'm sitting here. I've written out a plan and created my life, and have to scratch that off the list, honey.
Hmm.
Okay.
scratch scratch that off the list, cause that, nah, son, it ain't worth it, yo. I don't even ride roller coasters. Very much, Vaughn, a cautionary tale. Nigel said we still echoing. Hey, Nigel.
Hey,
Hi,
Nigel.
Nigel. It's not a party if Nigel's not here. Nigel keeps us in order so our mamas don't feel shame. Let me go ahead.
And we
And we
echoing, so
echoing, so
Nigel two
Nigel two
time.
time.
Nigel, you're not.
Yeah.
Saint Hudson, you're not echoing. Say, let me hear you. T.
Hello.
You sound great. You sound great. You sound awesome, doll. All right, y'all. Let's get this going. It ain't easy, y'all. It
Child.
ain't easy. I've been crying all week, y'all. For 2 weeks, I've been watching the seven. Today, I had to watch all of it to create my notes, and it's just when you see it happen as it's happening, you want to grab the video and be like, stop. And there's things you're going to hear her say that are so ominous. But let me go ahead and stop being a pussy about it.
So, you guys, it is the day of my surgery. I haven't even talked to you guys about it because I had my J Noble Collection spring launch party. You're walking around in your underwear behind me, just so you know, if you don't care. But anyways, so I'm out here in LA. Me and Lolo flew here yesterday. Nova's with my little sister in Atlanta still. I left her there. She had no idea she had to fly her back to California by herself, but that's besides the point. So my breast augmentation is today.
I want to stop this for a moment, and I want to mention something that I noticed. Now, I am going to stop it from time to time, as I always do. Number one, because that keeps us fair use. But number two, because there are little things that are said. I don't know if you guys heard her just say Nova was with her sister. Her daughter Nova is with her sister. That's going to come up and be very important later. And Nova was being brought to California from Atlanta by her sister, and her sister didn't know when she took Nova. Hey, baby. Her sister didn't know when she took Nova that she was going to have to bring Nova to California to Jackie. Now, what I find interesting about that is she was like, oh, but whatever. I mean, like, everybody is moving and twisting and turning to make her happy, and she doesn't care. There's a certain selfishness that
By
is obvious.
themselves.
Uh huh. She says, "Oh well,
Wow.
Nova's with my sister, and she's gonna bring her to California, and she didn't know she'd have to do it by herself, but whatever." And she has her sister bring some of her inventory with her, and it's like she's putting people through things they don't have to go through, and she doesn't care. I just want to be honest with you, and I've gotten permission to be. It's just an obvious. I don't care what I'm putting anyone through. I want this. Okay, just want to mention that.
What we talked about before is me doing 375 cc's. I don't know. I'm gonna show him like reference pictures right before the surgery so he could like make sure he gets it to exactly how I want it. But I just woke up. My surgery's at 2:30, so you're not allowed to eat anything or drink water at all, which is like sucks because I woke up hecka hungry. But I just took a shower and put on no deodorant. This is just too many details for you guys. You can fast forward. And so now me and Kyra and Lolo are about to go to get my nail polish taken off because you're not supposed to have any nail polish whatsoever. I guess so the thing can like monitor your heart. And then we're gonna go probably to Target or somewhere to try to find me a bra that zips up in the front that has some type of support that I could put on afterwards. So Kyra and Lolo made a special request to touch my breasts for the last time while they're small. So here we
None
go,
of this
guys.
is relevant. It's just for shits and giggles.
Are you ready?
Yes, I've been waiting for this.
You've been waiting for this moment for how long since we met? She's been wanting to touch my titties since we met.
I actually never thought of it.
Okay, since I was born.
You've been wanting to do this
Since I was born, Kyra's been wanting to touch my breasts. Okay, guys, these are them. These are Kyra's hands. Here she goes.
It's not weird at all.
Okay,
Yeah, and this
go.
one she's going to get a boob job.
Nothing wrong with her breath.
Okay.
And that's
No,
the
Kyra,
thing,
get a good
like
breath.
Yeah, it's weird how
I
someone watch.
noticed like her friends are like, your boobs are fine, honey. Matter of fact, before they gone, let me touch them.
And her
And her
baby is
baby is
10 months
10 months
old.
old. At that, yeah, the new one, the new baby is
Oh,
only 10 months old.
I mean,
Mhm.
her
I mean, her
boobs are
boobs
still
are
I
still
think
lacerated.
here's
lacerated.
somewhere
This
down there
baby,
that you
wait, this one here was when Nyla was a baby. Was when Nova was a baby.
oh,
This
this
is this
is
video is
oh,
5 years
this
old.
is before you.
This video is 5 years old, and the reason why we're watching
Oh,
this video is because
oh,
I really believe it's important for us to understand the mindset.
oh,
While we talk
okay.
about DC sacrificing his girlfriend, I think it's important for us, and I'm not here to defend anybody. I just want to talk about facts, And I think it's important, and I think it's important to her and her legacy and the way she's remembered and her family is portrayed that the responsibility is placed where it needs to be appropriately. Because I believe that it's important to her memory that the truth is told.
Oh,
Is
so
that
this was the
fair?
first.
This was the first one.
Oh,
This was the
wow.
first one. This was right after the baby, and I mean, from what I can see, she looked fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Y'all saw the little moment of side boob just a second ago. Let me see. Let me go back
Okay, go.
so you can see
Her
right
boobs are
before the thing.
great.
They're fine.
These are
They're not, there's nothing wrong with her breasts. They're not stretchy. They're not wobbly. They ain't doing the wobble. You know, body dysmorphia.
Yeah, still got
Absolutely.
some gravity going.
I mean,
What
we're
was she
talking about at
doing?
that time she was only like 27, 26 years old. And she had her first child at that time, which was a great time because a lot of time when women have babies way too young, their bodies are fucked up. She had already become a woman when she had her baby. She was into her 20s, so she didn't have the same issues a lot of women her age had that had kids already. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She just
Yeah.
had a baby. She was just finished breastfeeding.
It don't
It
even
don't
look
even
like
look
she had
like
a
she had a
stomach.
stomach. Mm-mm. Nope.
Stress
Yeah.
marks or anything.
Nope. Body dysmorphia. And the thing is, like, it's really important for us to talk about this because these surgeries are more and more accessible, and they're more accessible than ever. And just like there was somebody who was researching Jaguar or Umar Johnson to see if maybe that was the way to go, there's somebody like I literally have had to make that decision and scratch it off the list. Like, nope, that ain't the way we gonna accomplish that.
Yeah.
And I think that she would be angry if it just got covered up and swept under the rug as an industry secret. I think it's important
It's
to
not worth it.
it's not. It's not. And we'll talk about the pressure and the industry and the men and all that other stuff. That stuff
Yeah,
will
for
come
the
out too.
pressure.
But I think before we talk about that, love has to come from the inside. And her friends are like, "Babe, you look fine. Let me touch them before they gone because I like them the way they are." That's her friends. That's her best friends. She describes these people as her best friends. And none of them are like, "Yeah, you need to get your tits done. There's something wrong with you." So let me let it play. But I wanted to just mention that, and I think it's important to her to mention that she looked fine, and she would look back today and say, "Damn, I looked fine. There was nothing wrong with me." So that's her.
them. These are Kyra's hands. Here she goes.
It's not weird at all.
Okay, go.
Do it.
Okay. No, Kyra, get a good grab.
Yeah, it's weird having someone watch me.
I'll just have them watch you. Come on, Kyra,
Okay.
grab them like you
did.
mean it. Ah, you're looking away.
Okay,
How do they feel?
they're firm.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Is that all you needed?
I'm good.
You got. Kyra got what her fix this morning. Now Lolo's turn.
Hold on, I need to wash my hands with that bacon on.
Oh yeah, because we ain't doing that crap.
The bacon grease.
The doctor's gonna be like, we can't perform the surgery. Can't do this. Right, I told you not to eat. So this is Lauren.
So her friend said they firm. Her friend didn't say they feel like mashed potatoes. And your homegirl is gonna tell you, yeah, you need to get some pump pump. There's something you need in there.
Washing her hands, preparing to
I'm
touch
preparing for the grab.
to touch me for the last time.
Preparing.
And I think it's also important to mention, and I'll just let this play
I'm gonna put lotion.
silently. I think it's also important to mention that all of these women are models, so they all monetize their beauty. They're all their worth, their literal worth is based on how beautiful they present. And so, a lot of what they encounter on a daily basis, a lot of the mindsets and thoughts they have on a daily basis, um, are based on that. Their literal worth is based on their beauty. I don't think she ate bacon. Her friends ate bacon. Her friends just had breakfast, and she'll mention that.
You take the wrap off after.
I don't know. We're on our way to the nail shop right now to go get this nail color taken off. Oh, I'm
And I just want to mention this before she goes to the nail shop. Yes, I am going to talk about her hair because I think it's very important.
nervous, y'all, and I can't eat anything. I'm so hungry, and they're rude, but just ate some freaking eggs and stuff. And I was sitting there starving, and they just watched me and laughed. You guys, oh my gosh, he just took it off for free. Thank you so much. What's your shop? What's your shop called? Nail Bar. Y'all better come and patronize Nail Bar. What's the address here?
724
724
South Hill Street.
724 South Hill Street. And ask for this man. He's the owner.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Tony.
Thank you.
Now, the only reason I'm going to talk about her hair is not because I'm
What's
mean.
your name?
I'm going to talk about her hair because there is a certain addiction to a certain idea of what beauty is and a certain beauty standard that will make you go out in public with your hair looking like this just because it's blonde and straight. And the promo, yeah, I do feel like to a certain degree she felt like everything about her had to be monetized. She had to promote everything. I think she was trying to get sponsored or, become an influencer in a major way. She just doesn't have it though. I think that there's a certain innocence, to be honest with you, about her that just would never put her in the right place to be that girl. But it's interesting to me, and if you've heard her father's speech at the funeral, then you know that it's because of him that she would go out in the world with these tracks showing in her hair and just be proud of her hair because it's blonde and straight. Y'all, our kids are a product of the environment we raised them in.
Ciao.
I mean, you know her name, Jackie O.
Exactly.
I
There's a
mean,
white woman fetish. A white woman fetish.
the
The
hair is
hair
not
is
that
not
against the
the
track.
track.
No.
Don't shade.
She's trying to be someone different than who she is. Look at the baby. Her hair has got kinky texture. Her natural hair. She's trying to be, and I'm not gonna get into the black power shit. I'm just talking about womanhood and beauty and trying to be somebody you're not, and it leading to a casket. I mean, nothing about this woman is happy about who she is, and she's gorgeous.
Her dialect and everything.
Is
Everything.
that her sister?
That's her friend.
Wow, they
She
really
lived.
do.
They do. She lived in L.A. for a while. She was at one point what was she? She was doing some kind of work. I forget what it was, and then she ended up in L.A. as a model, and that's how she got on with Nick Cannon. I forget what kind of work she was doing. It was like shit. I forget.
She seems like another Amber Rose.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly, trying
A
to come up
clean version of Amber Rose.
a much cleaner version. Let it be said. Let it be known. Absolutely.
A clean version of
Uh huh.
Amber Rose.
Mhm.
With a white mother.
Yeah. And a father who has an addiction to white women and fetishizes whiteness. I don't see nothing wrong with a man dating outside his race. I don't give a fuck what do you do with his penis. There's something wrong with her daddy though. We'll get into it. We'll break him down. He's on the roster.
Oh, I'm Today's in the building.
It
Today's
looks
It
like
looks
they're in
like they're in
LA.
LA.
She is in LA. She so this particular surgery, she had done in Beverly Hills. This one. She knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody, and she went to their doctor in Beverly Hills.
So I'm
So I'm
sure it was
sure it
more
was more
cost
cost
efficient.
efficient.
She said she paid $8,000.
California,
She said she paid
Wow.
eight thousand dollars for him.
their
Their
licensing measures in
licensing measures in
California
California
are very
and she
strict.
chose and she chose the cheaper version. She
But
chose
Florida's
silicone over
measure,
Florida ain't got no standards.
none at all. And I just
And
know
the
that.
man who did her surgery, her
And I
mommy
just know
makeover,
that.
had horrible reviews.
I just know that from cosmetology.
I just know that from
Like,
cosmetology.
like the hours
The
that are the
hours
requirements
that are the requirements. Mhm.
are close to none.
The education. Mhm.
Mhm.
Now, keep in mind, I want us to notice some things. Her friends are at a restaurant. Now, mind you, they drinking, so they're not going to be exactly lucid. But I guarantee you, they're not far. I guarantee you that her friends are at a restaurant somewhere within a 5 mile radius of where she's having this surgery.
They might
They
be
might
right
be
up
right up
underneath her,
underneath her,
because
Yep.
that's
because
how it
that's how
is
it is
downtown
downtown
now.
now.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
nothing but
They.
the
The
bars, the
businesses
businesses
on
on
the
top.
top.
Mhm. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep. So I mean, it's a different situation than what she was in when she actually passed away. She went to a hotel by herself, not her friend's apartment, to get pampered.
The
The
United States
United
needs to
States
just
needs to
have a
just have a
national
national
like
like
requirements and
requirements and
like when it comes
when it
to
comes to
there
there
should
should
be
be
a
a
federal
federal
requirement
requirement
for
for there
things like
should be.
surgeries and
Surgeries
things
and
like
things like
that.
the unfortunate thing is like cosmetic surgery is not carried. It's not monitored like other surgeries. You don't have the same strict standards for a cosmetic surgeon as you have for a shit a, a heart
Right.
surgeon. You know what I'm trying
I
to
don't think
say?
anything is.
Yeah,
I think
every
every state is different.
protocol, like a pediatrician can have a plastic
Plastic
surgery
surgery
certificate.
certificate.
It's like
It's
a
like a
3 hour
3 hour
course for
course
some
for some
procedures.
procedures.
Right,
As long as they pay the money,
right.
and
Every
and
state
you're
board
good
is
to
different
go.
though for
For
everything.
everything. And that's crazy that every state is different. That's crazy. There should be a federal standard of some sort, is what I hear you saying.
Mhm.
Mhm. So her friends are right there with her, but she's not taking this seriously. It's not a serious situation for her. This is a game. This is fun.
It's a
Because
little
wasn't
kitty.
Michael Jackson's doctor a dermatologist?
Was he?
I believe so. And he was prescribing him, stuff that he was not supposed to be prescribing.
That's
Mhm.
where the word private practice comes from.
Now she just woke up from surgery, right? This is very important for us to hear.
What? You did not start with no Z.
I want y'all to
Look at
listen
Jackie
real
post
closely.
op. How do you feel? You look fancy with your cup in your hand. How does it feel, Miss? Big old titties? Big old bitties?
I feel good. I feel regular. She's like, you're up.
Yeah, Brittany just said, she was like, why is she all the way up and coherent?
Thank you guys for any questions. No, I don't think so. Okay, thank you.
Show us your boobs.
No, he's gonna call.
You want me to hold anything? I'll hold this. You got it?
No, I want to drink it. I'm so parched.
Okay, my mouth is so dry. I fine. You want me to put the seat back at all? I mean, Kyra probably has room. Okay, you good, Jay? No, I'm like,
It was so fast. I know. She's like,
Listen real close, y'all.
she's like, you're up. She's like, your friends can come get you now. So she's like, usually people stay for an hour, but you're done.
FaceTime from the bed, like, what's up?
Why was
My
up?
titties is done.
Stop. Why are you getting close?
So she wasn't even watched for an hour after that surgery by the doctors. She wasn't even monitored for an hour.
She literally rolled up the table and rolled out the car.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
She said most people stay an hour. She didn't even stay an hour.
Get two foreign objects put in her body.
And they let her leave. Is that crazy, Nigel?
That is crazy. Her body could have rejected them both. Or one.
On the way home.
Mm-hmm.
She could have busted a stitch or whatever. She could have started throwing up. She could have got a fever.
That was Dubai. They made her stay overnight. At least.
I bet you she has some drugs too.
Well, you about to find out. And it ain't going to be a nurse that tells you.
So I just got back. We are all at Lolo's house. It's kind of crazy that all of them are here right now because we're never in the same places at the same time. We just so happen to all be in Atlanta and LA. Same place, same time. It has nothing to do with my surgery.
We're never all in the same place. It's so crazy.
So Brittany is here. Brittany showed up. Now she wants to get her boobs done. Lauren's ass is here. Kai's here. So
Yeah,
I don't feel...
just give these to her.
I'm in pain, but it's not like terrible. I'm sure after like the medicine really wears off, it is gonna be worse, but it's okay right now. And then what else do I feel like? I'm not really super hungry, but I know I should eat, but I haven't eaten since like 2 o'clock yesterday, like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So I should be eating. And we all took a gander at my boobs because they're not wrapped. I just took my bra off, and they look so good. How do you like them, Kai?
Did she say her boobs were not wrapped?
They're at least supposed to
be
wrapped for a leg.
Now this ain't, none of her that we know of, none of what happened to her has anything to do with this surgery that happened 5 years ago. I'm just talking about the practices in this industry. Because I've had surgery before. I've had emergency surgery before, and it was different. It was different. There was more oversight from a medical professional than for me to leave a hospital in an hour not wrapped up, not even wrapped up.
Child, they asked you all these questions. They had you hooked up to all these machines.
Even
like
the tubes for an
hour.
Cosmetic surgery is like they treat it like an oil change.
This is crazy.
It's crazy.
They look amazing.
Put your face on the screen and tell the people it's my surgery.
You guys.
We sound so dry. We sound like the Kardashians.
They look so good. All I gotta say is, ladies, watch out for Memorial Weekend because she's about to be extra poppin'.
Jackie is our guinea pig because then we're all thinking about getting a bit.
Except for Kyra, because Kyra's boobs are perfect.
What'd she say, y'all?
Jackie is our guinea pig. Ooh, these
and them was the ones that was crying at the funeral, y'all. These was the ones that was crying at the funeral. All three of these girls spoke at her funeral.
Jackie pig.
Ciao.
My mama used to say, if so and so jump off a bridge, you gonna do it too?
And then why isn't she like laying up? like in a lazy boy or something on the bed with a pillow propped up.
Cause she's 26 and she's stupid.
But Jackie said getting cred.
She's having a surgery at 26. Most women don't even need until they 50.
But that's still getting cred.
Because she's trying to stay on top. Because she's trying to be famous. Because she's trying to get relevant. Because she said because it make her clothes fit better. But don't nobody get no doggone surgery to make their clothes fit better, honey.
They alter their clothes. It's called a
She got money
tailor.
for it. She's
No,
in
it's
Atlanta.
called shapewear.
It's called bespoke. A shapewear.
Invest in some. It works wonders.
It's a whole lot more going on than that. And we got to
Chicken
talk about it.
cutlets.
We got to talk about this body dysmorphia and this low self-worth and this low self-esteem that makes beautiful women kill themselves. She never even got to enjoy the body she was creating.
Look at the man she's trying to look.
Girl,
Sorry.
any part. No, ain't no sorry shit. This is a no judgment zone. DC is a dusty nigga. Ain't saying no different. He funny, but he a dusty nigga. That's definitely not a man I would ever connect my daughter with. No, ma'am. Not our name. Not your name. He made that woman pay half to live with him, and he lived in her house.
Wait. No, he
Wait a minute.
Allegedly, DC is a 50-50 nigga, and factually, the home they lived in is in her name only.
And they weren't even married.
Mm-mm.
And she having his kids.
Over and over and over again.
She could have did so much better than that.
So he wasn't taking responsibility as a man, a husband, or father.
No. And we've already had our conversations around here about the most likely lack of faithfulness. You know, I hate to say it, but I don't think that man was faithful to her. I doubt it.
No,
He was
not.
traveling much. Of course not.
And he was too open about some of the things that he said. Like he didn't have any boundaries.
Why do you think he thought her funeral was a stand-up session? He was happy to go cheap.
And they said it was some side chicks at the funeral, girl.
Child.
He's like, now I'm free.
He
I
had to have
honestly
paid
think
her
she would have done better. And y'all gonna be mad at
insecure.
me. I think she would have done better with any white man on Wildin' Out. She'd have done better with.
You know what that's about. You know, they be on these exoticals.
Yep.
They could have them.
They want to breed with them. They have them on their arm piece. But they don't want to marry or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Because they insecure.
But look at the
They
thing.
want
Like,
them
if
to
you're
be
talking
for
about a
a
woman,
decade.
do you think that a woman who is willing to change her body in such a way and isn't even a millionaire, has nothing to show for the money she's investing in it, or even the work, she's not going to attract that man that we think she deserves just because she's pretty? Self-esteem comes from the inside out, and you attract who you are, no matter how pretty you are. Yeah, both of them, most likely.
Probably was, little airhead, Probably
Yeah,
didn't have that much smart.
yeah, very much Richard Pryor. You know, I wouldn't doubt there wasn't no cocaine involved. You know, but let me
That's very expensive.
let me let them reveal a little bit more about the incompetence with this particular situation.
She is bad. But we still up for. She's like, I'm
Even me, guys, I don't even show my body. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's how good they look.
So my mouth is really like parched right now. So I just need water. And some rest, and you are good to go.
Oh shit.
Okay, gotta go, guys. Okay, Kyra is giving me the rundown of my meds. So the rundown.
Now, who's giving her the rundown of her meds?
Kyra?
Is that a nurse?
No.
Okay. So let's watch this very closely.
Most
Yeah.
TNA.
Hey, Strange
The
Sparkle.
middle one is for so you don't get infection. So 4 times a day until they're gone. Boom.
So I should take that now.
Yes, 4 times a day till it's over.
Okay.
The top one and the bottom one, the pink pills. The pink pills are only if you get spasms.
Or like back spasms or
I
something.
don't fucking even know what a spasm is.
It's
So
like a. Like
I
when
don't
you're-
even
I get spasms
fucking know
sometimes.
what a
Yeah.
spasm is.
spasms.
What?
I don't even fucking know what a spasm is, but I'm the one that's gonna tell you what this medication is, what it's for, and how you should be taking it. I don't even know what a fucking spasm is.
What a spasm is?
They're 25 and stuff. No shade to them. I know who my audience is. My audience ain't 25 years old. I'm not talking to 25-year-olds. So y'all understand what I'm saying.
At 25, I knew what a spasm was.
Girl, you know you did, but you weren't a model living off of a sugar daddy. You know they ain't got that apartment in LA off no model money.
At 25,
You know they tricking.
I
You
was
know them
signed
girls.
to a model agency. I wasn't a model, but I was signed to a model agency.
And you know them girls was hoes. Am I lying? Am I off?
No.
Somebody was selling pussy. Because that apartment in LA?
You gotta be dumb. But we was in New York. We had
In
to
search of a six-figure nigga.
Wow. I'm not going to get into the East Coast versus the West Coast when it comes to intelligence. I will say that this young lady did not know what a spasm was. I live in a house with a West Coaster, and I'm from Michigan, so we try to keep it simple. Try to keep it
Harvard,
even.
Princeton,
Girl, you know, they're all East Coast schools, but you know we're gonna keep it moving.
NYU.
You know, I'm just saying that snow make you act. That snow give you a different kind of common sense. All I'm saying is this girl didn't know what a spasm was, and she was the one instructing the medication. Not a happy ending. That's how that apartment's getting paid for. Allegedly.
And then, of course, what is it, the Vicodin, or the whatever it's called.
What? What she say, y'all?
That's
the Vicodin or whatever it's called.
Like she don't know.
This is who's responsible for her aftercare.
These two, they're just taken as needed, so only if you need it. But the middle one, for sure, finish.
So the middle one is, and then which one is the back spasms though?
The pink pills. There's only one that are pink, so it's gonna be
bad spasm.
I want to say it's the bottom ones, and then the other ones are like for pain. Okay. But the only ones you really need to take
are the antibiotics. Can you give me one of those, please? Thank you. Thanks, Mom. You're the best.
Cephalexin.
Syphilis. What? This is for your syphilis, Jackie.
You have some, by the way.
Right. Right. I'm like, here, Lolo. You know, I know you need some too. Let me give you some. Right. Yeah. Since you talking shit. Stay tuned, y'all. I'm alive.
Shouldn't you be in bed?
Did you hear what she just said?
I'm alive.
It's day 2, y'all. I'm alive. She knows the risk that she's taking with these surgeries. She's quite aware. Y'all can't blame this on her boyfriend. She's aware that she had something done to her body that could very well have ended her life. She's aware. She said, it's day 2, y'all. I'm alive.
I mean, I don't know.
And I'm just honoring her memory by telling the truth.
Yeah.
She was not ignorant about the risk that she was taking on this path that she was on. And she wasn't
Don't let him make you insecure. Do something that you regret later on. That's all I can say. Nothing wrong with this girl.
Self-love is powerful.
Yes, it
It's
is.
powerful. Self-love is a lifesaver. And yeah, I'm going to say it's self-love. Because there wasn't nothing wrong with this girl. She didn't have no reason. I done seen some titties. Like, we done seen some of these shows where some folks had some titties.
But like,
But
what,
like,
what, but wouldn't her
Friends
friends
be
be
encouraging
encouraging
her
her
to
to
stay
stay
in
in the
bed
bed
at
at least
least
a
a
couple of
couple of
days or
days or
whatnot?
whatnot?
I
They
mean,
got
I
her
would hope so.
out.
I would hope so.
Where are they
Where are they
going?
going?
Shopping?
Girl,
Shopping?
I'll tell you.
Surviving. Okay, guys, so we're
Yeah.
at the airport actually,
Surviving.
and no, I'm not leaving town today, but what happened is there's a website called Skip Lags. I love it. I use it all the time, and what it is that you can book a flight, and
I
if
used
it
to
has a
also have
layover
those
somewhere, which is where you're trying to go, you'll get the flight like for cheaper. So I bought a flight for my little sister in Nova, and it was going from Atlanta to LAX, but it had a layover in San Francisco, which was perfect because she needed to get off in San Francisco, and the flight was like $250 less than booking it straight from Atlanta to San Francisco. If that makes sense, it does. If it doesn't, okay, whatever. It makes sense. So anyways, I had my little sister check in the bag with all of the J Nova collection lip glosses because I knew I was getting surgery and I wasn't gonna be able to carry them. So I was like, oh, you just check it in and then get it. The thing with these flights though, these hidden city ticket flights, is if you check a bag and the bag is going to your final destination, it's not going where your layover is at. So moral of the story is we are at the airport because thank God the bag is going to freaking LA. Oh yeah, where's the arrivals at? Let's just ask
Why
him.
ain't you send your ass at
Go down a
home?
little further and ask him. To that guy in the vest? Yeah, to the guy in the vest. Anyway, we're in LA and I'm gonna have to go pick up the freaking baggage. So it all worked out. Yeah, I'll ask her to pull over and get me some fruit. Cause I'm Princess Jackie. What did you call me, Lauren? What did you call me? No, what did you call me? You said I have to stop and get who some fruit?
Princess Jackie of fruit?
Ah!
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Princess Jackie. As I sit back and relax. He's like, what do you want, ma'am? My sauce is so good.
What'd you say?
They said the
What'd you say?
airport. Was she getting on the flight? Was she getting on the flight?
No. So what happened was she used a Skip Lag app, and her sister went to San Francisco and had the luggage go to LA. It's hard to explain, but
I
she did it
get
to
it.
save money on her flight. So she had to go to the airport the day after her surgery to go get the luggage because she made her sister take her Nova lip gloss, which is her lip gloss line, and send it to LA. For what?
Wow.
Like, I hear this selfishness, this self-centeredness. It's like her sister, first of all, didn't even know when she took her daughter that she was gonna have to bring her to California with her.
Wow.
Now she done had her sister send the luggage to LA, and she got her friend driving her to the airport to get the luggage. You should be in bed.
Doing too much.
And they're not done
Doing
yet.
too much.
She's sitting upright the whole time.
Just to say
Just to say
$200?
$200?
$250, child.
If it's
If
her
it's
lip
her
gloss
lip
line,
gloss
she
line,
could have
she could have
just
just
wrote it
wrote it
off.
off. She could have shipped it.
That
That
too.
too.
It was so convenient because my body hurts so bad. When I get on my
Hey,
flight,
Miss Rosetta.
probably on Thursday, I'm gonna tell them I need to
She
hang
said her
out.
body is in pain.
What am I talking about? Wheelchair.
Hey,
Where's her
Rosetta.
So I was
meds?
ring ring. I was ring ring.
Where's her meds?
Anyway, y'all, I'm out of
Her what? Her bag?
freaking
Her
medicine.
meds.
I'm gonna show you what medicine
Her meds.
they gave me when I get to the
Oh,
house.
she
And I'm
gonna talk
gonna
about
answer any
that.
questions that people have asked me so far, and then I think you'll have.
Oh yeah,
So, if you
to
guys have any questions,
reduce
you
the
guys can leave
swelling and
them below. If you watch
inflammation.
the video this long, that means you really know what to put, and I'm liking your comment. Two coconuts. Two big old coconuts. Show MsJackyOh.
Like your head.
Video. And I'm so sorry,
Telling
guys, I
you.
have not vlogged in so long. My spring launch party was a couple days ago, and then
Listen
we
very
got our
closely.
apartment in the beginning of the month. So it's been
Let me
so
run
much
that back.
that I have not vlogged in. Two big old
I'm gonna let y'all hear
coconuts.
what's going on in her
So,
life right now while she getting her
MsJackyOh,
boobs done.
let you watch the whole video. And I'm so sorry, guys, I have not vlogged in so long. My spring launch party was a couple days ago, and then we had to move out of our apartment in the beginning of the month. So it's been so much going on, so much planning, so much moving.
I gotta roll me a blunt. uh, 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 uh.
It's an $8,000 plastic surgery that she paid for, and her family's being displaced at the same time.
And all
And
that
all
stuff
that
she
stuff she
got
got
done,
done,
then
then
it's a
it's
lot
a lot
cheaper
cheaper
now.
now.
They got
They got
little
little
packages and
packages and
stuff I be
stuff I be
seeing,
seeing,
and you
and
could
you
put
could
it
put it
on
on
financing
financing
Care
with
credit
with
no
too.
no
with
with
bad
bad
credit.
credit.
Hmm. But it didn't have to even happen.
Right.
Right.
She don't even have
Child.
the career to support it. She's a stay-at-home mom with a lip gloss line. It wasn't necessary. But this fucking this mental, it's Spice is still laid up behind the surgery she had in December.
Oh
Oh
yeah, that
yeah, that
almost
almost
killed her.
killed her.
I was so mad at her.
Unlike her.
I was so upset. I was so angry with her. How you gonna come out and talk about bitches being light skinned and you keep getting plastic surgery?
I think
I
she
think
was
she
really
was really
serious
serious
about that
about that
bleaching
bleaching
idea
idea
too, but
too, but
it was
it
She
was
so
was.
so much
so much
shock
shock
value
value
behind it,
behind it,
It
so much backlash
it
behind
it
it
didn't
to
look
it.
good. It looked ugly. Shit. Just because your skin is light doesn't mean it's pretty. They don't have any depth or dimension to their skin color. It doesn't look natural. It looks like a mask. Make you look sick. But
It's
yeah,
like
it's
a
like a
mismatch action
action
effect
effect
very
because
much
they're
because
so.
they're
actually
actually
removing
moving
their
their
pigmentation,
pigmentation, all
all
the
the melanin
melanin
in their
in their
skin.
skin.
Girl, they had it bad in Beijing. They hate dark skin in Beijing. And them girls would lighten their skin so bad their skin would have little burns on it all over the place, little patches of burn. Damn, you don't want to be a nigga that bad?
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
try
I'm
and
gonna
go
try and
back
go
out
back
and
out and
come
come
back
back
in
in
because
again
I
because I
do
do
feel like I
feel
got
like
a
I got a
slight
slight
echo.
echo.
You got a little bit of an echo. I'm gonna let this play a
Yeah,
little
we
bit.
both do.
You
By the
sound
way,
good.
By the way, Saturn Saturn retrograde retrograde started started today. today.
I know. Which I'm grateful for. I was talking to my girlfriend about it earlier. I'm not gonna work hard. Shit, fuck that. I'm already doing what I gotta do. Fuck you, Saturn. I'm God. What you gonna do, Saturn? But the retrograde for me means it's gonna be easier because there's been a lot of pressure on me lately. So
Hmm.
I might could use a little retrograde. I'm working smart, not hard, homie. Jupiter is in my moon sign, so we're gonna keep that kind of energy going. Shit.
So much unboxing and reboxing and throwing away things and donating things. It's just been so much. So sorry, life happens.
So right before this breast surgery, she's been moving things and boxing and unboxing and very, very physical. Right before a breast augmentation surgery.
I'm definitely gonna try to get back to vlogging again. Now that I'm settled, my party's out of the way, my boob job's out of the way. So I'm sorry about that. I love you guys.
So here's day
Okay guys, it's
3.
day 3. I'm on the phone with, sorry, my hair looks crazy. I'm on the phone with them. I feel great today. I'm just really, really bloated. Like, my stomach is like so bloated. I'm waiting for her to come back on because she's gonna go ask like, yes, girlfriend.
Some of your painkillers, so you go to any drugstore and get it's called stool softener. It's like over the counter.
So let me explain what's happened so far. She woke up this morning and she was very bloated. She still did her makeup though. But she woke up this morning and she was very bloated and she called the doctor's office and the receptionist is telling her about an over the counter medicine that they should have told her about before. They're saying that the bloat is a side effect of the pain medicine. Yet they didn't prescribe her anything for bloating or tell her it was going to happen. So it sounds to me like it's not a side effect. It sounds to me like it's a complication. It
Yeah,
was a
she's
warning.
retaining a lot of water.
Mhm. Look what she had. She had that fruit with that tahini, artificial
Yeah.
food and shit.
And she didn't
How
sit her
was how
ass
was that?
down.
That's better,
It's still
huh?
it's still echo.
Mhm.
Yep, yep.
Is she? No, it's still a slight echo, but it does sound better. I
It's
think
a
a
I think
lot
it's
of
it's
a
it.
it's
lot.
this uploading.
Yeah.
Uploaded.
Yeah, the uploading recording.
Is it still
Because I
recording?
never seen this before.
Yeah, I usually don't do it. I did it tonight. Um,
Yeah, I think that's because when I exit out, it's like giving the option to upload, and then it uploads it to something.
I won't do it next time. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do everything I can to keep it smooth and clean. We're lucky we got all these good videos playing like they're supposed to. Yeah, her body was retaining fluid. And just to let y'all know, we're going to be here for a while tonight, so settle in. Okay? I appreciate if you stay. If you have to go, go. I will drop the clips this week. So don't worry about it if you got to go to bed. This is going to be a long show. It's set at about 5 hours at least. So just so you know, we got a lot of ground to cover tonight. Otherwise, we'd have to do like a part two and a part three. But anyway, let me let you hear what the receptionist is telling her. This is a side effect, but if you ask me, it's more of a complication.
And that will help.
Oh, okay. So from the pain medicine, it makes you constipated and bloated?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the Vicodin or the Norco that you have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm like, why is my
And
stomach?
did you want to go ahead and schedule your follow-up before you leave town, or have you already left?
No, I'm here still, but I'm trying to see, like, the soonest I could do it is a week after, huh? Because I don't think I'm going to be here till Monday. I got to go home to my daughter.
You can come in. Let me see. You had surgery
Monday.
Monday. Email him and tell him that you're...
Now, did y'all just hear that lie she told?
Yeah.
And what she say?
She said, now she knew going into this that a post op, anytime you get a surgery, your post op is a week after for a reason. It's 7 days, not six, for a reason. Okay? So she done got a one way ticket to LA because DC is going to be there and she going to leave with him. So she didn't plan to stay in LA long enough for her post op. So she didn't just lie to the receptionist and say she got to hurry up and go home to her daughter. But her daughter's in California. She's in California. Her whole family is about to be in the same hotel room.
What?
So why did she lie and tell the receptionist she can't stay a week because she got to go home to her daughter? You put your whole life in danger. That post op is 7 days for a reason. If it's too soon, there may be things that are undetected later on. Thank you, Rosetta. Please,
Well,
please, please smash the
it's
like button.
sad that them Kardashians is crazy with this plastic surgery too now, child.
Mhm. I mean, it looked like Beyonce got some of her implants taken out. Hey, Spottum TV. Good to see you. It looked like it. I was watching I went to Spain yesterday on my lunch break and I was watching the Beyonce Renaissance concert, the Renaissance tour. And it looked like she got some like it looked like she got her breast implants reduced. I can tell that she had her hip implants and her thigh implants removed. She looks more like she used to look when she was younger. But
She had
anyway,
That's
thigh implants.
good.
I mean, it's my guess that she had thigh implants because for a while she was allowing her thighs to look much thicker but then it didn't look like
I know
hip.
her butt got a lot bigger after the
Yeah,
twins.
no, her butt got a lot bigger after the implants.
Child.
Yeah, she had that boxy look.
Yeah, it wasn't real. It never even moved,
Yeah.
and it still doesn't. It's just smaller. I think she brought it down a little bit. Um, But yeah, I mean, this woman just sat here and told this doctor's receptionist a whole lie so that she wouldn't have to change her schedule. She's selfish.
Mm.
She put the doctor at risk by making this doctor do a post op early. I mean, where's the responsibility? Where's the okay, I made a decision to get my boobs done. Let me arrange my life accordingly.
So what's gonna happen on the post op? What's
Let me let it play cuz I think she ends up getting the post op like 3 days early.
Leaving town
Oh
before
my
Monday. Ask if you
goodness.
can come in tomorrow.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him. Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
day
he's got some
4.
openings in the like late afternoon, but ask him if it's okay to come in tomorrow instead of waiting. Just tell me if they get back to work or whatever.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna email him right now. I just emailed him. My hair looks so crazy, sorry y'all. But I just emailed him to ask if I could come in tomorrow. But it's day 3. I know I probably ended the vlog last time, but I'm restarting the vlog. So this morning I took 2 narcos instead of 1, which I've been taking just because I was in a lot of pain this morning. Like,
Y'all heard that, right?
Sounds
Yeah,
like
that's
I'm like
a lot too.
chewing on Percocets.
This is day 3.
Mm.
And she said she took 2 narcos instead of 1. Sorry about the echo. We all in different places in the world, so thank you for hanging in there with us. Ain't it something?
We're sorry.
When I tell you she left the breadcrumbs,
Child.
these are things that women do all the time though. She's researched this and she's got friends and she's on in Facebook communities of cosmetic surgery girls. These are things they do. These are parts of their lifestyles. And it
But
just gives
why in the fuck would you be taking 2 Percocets, 2 Norcos, I mean whatever, at one time when you're supposed to be taking one?
and that girl can't be more than 120 pounds, maybe.
That's it, right, and that's another thing you need to factor in.
And she ain't eating.
No,
And
she
she
was
not
eating. I
sleeping.
think that was like a little bag of chips.
She not sleeping. Nobody's giving her fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, fresh meat. Nobody's nourishing her body. She's being taken care of by other kids. And don't none of them women at that time have children. So she's like on vacation,
Yeah, pretty much.
hanging out after her surgery.
lower back,
Right,
I don't even know if you
Mooneye.
consider it pain or just like soreness. So
Hey,
I took
Muna.
Poor thing.
good to know. But still haven't taken any Valium, and I'm taking my antibiotics every 4 hours. So that's that. But they're looking really good. I still have the same bra
She said she
on.
hadn't taken any Valium yet. She said she was taking her antibiotics every 4 hours, but she hadn't taken any Valium yet. I think that's the one that was for the spasms. That her friend didn't know what a spasm was. Teresa, you're right.
Right,
She was doing too
Teresa.
much.
And
Yep.
that's how you get those blood clots. And you could have a heart attack or
My
a
one
brain
of my best friends
aneurysm.
passed away. She had a baby in 2004, and she was a heavy set girl. She was about 416 pounds, and they never got her up, walked her around, or nothing. And she
Oh,
started complaining about pains in her chest, and they said it was gas. And by the time they found out she had blood clots in her lungs, she was dead. She died in the hospital right after, like a couple days after she had her baby.
she had a C-section.
I think Aaron had a C-section. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think
Had
she
to
did.
been.
Mhm.
Damn.
So by that, by the time I had my daughter, I was really grateful. I mean, of course, I wasn't grateful that happened because that was my best friend. But I learned a lesson from it, And when I had my
Yeah.
baby, they brought in this big fruit basket. The city got together and sent me a fruit basket because I had an American baby, and I ate some of the fruit, and that shit started tearing my intestines up. And that doctor was like, "You can't eat dragon fruit when you first have a baby." You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, "There's some things you just can't do," and they made me get up and walk around, and they wouldn't let me eat meat until I farted. Like they
Yep.
took this shit very seriously, and I was grateful after what happened to my friend. I was grateful,
Yeah,
but
my
yeah,
my great grandmother passed away during
mm,
childbirth.
mm,
It's
mm,
very
mm.
serious. We gotta take care of ourselves, ladies.
Mhm. Oh my gosh, your husband's friend died. Wait a minute, I'm confused. During for some reason I'm assuming your husband's friend is a man. Forgive me for being ignorant. It makes sense. I'm sorry to hear that happen. Um, I'm so slow. I'm slow, Moon Eyes. Forgive me for being slow. I didn't drink coffee for tonight's show because I wanted to let my body tell me when we were tired and not trick myself into going too hard. I had to do that during our Jag takedown season, but now that she's taken herself down, we don't have to stay up all night drinking coffee, right, T?
No, but we might have to revisit Genesis.
What's going on with her? Give us a quick update.
Child. So all of a sudden, right
She got her
Jag
hair done.
was
Did she get her hair done? Is that the news? She got her forehead
child.
filled in.
I made peace with the lady now. I made peace
Oh
with her.
God, you have to. You be in these streets.
No, listen though. She all of a sudden, you know how when Jag first got arrested and they were fighting on who to put Jag in jail,
Mhm.
and pretty much we saying everybody says with common sense, Jag put Jag in jail.
Mhm.
So all of a sudden, that's been revisited again, right? So then all of a sudden, SDW is stating that he didn't know that Genesis was the person that put Jag in jail. I thought it was a mutual thing between her and Legina. And I'm kind of starting to believe that she's trying to take the
It was her and
blame.
Legina that put Jag in. It was really Legina.
Right, but
I mean Angela.
well, yes, but she's saying that she was the one that put Jag in jail. So they're under the pretense that uh Genesis pretended to be Legina, and that's how they got Jag in jail. So once that information was disclosed, Sean Daddy Wade has been going on station here calling her, basically fat shaming her, all this. So she's been panel hopping again. You know how she rolled up over here?
Mhm.
She's been over there with Queen Tulsa. She's been over there with Tales of the Cold. And she landed at here her this past weekend. And guess who got to ask her questions?
You did.
Yep,
What you
me and
asked?
Hudson.
What did y'all ask her? I told y'all it's a formula. What did y'all ask her?
I mean, I wasn't gonna go in on her, but I did remind her, like, didn't we tell you that this was gonna happen? Like, basically, stay off the panel, get away from the internet. Just stay in the bushes and let Jack do her thing, because you know she's gonna be gunning for you, because you went on basically a panel world tour telling everybody that you put her in jail. So you know she's gonna seek a revenge because Jag is bagging. So during the week, um, Jack showed up on in Teresa's chat trying to get her, and then yesterday afternoon She pulled up on Kulu in King
King
World over
World over
there in the
there in
B
the B
team,
team,
trying to
trying
get
to get
$1,000 for an
$1,000 for an
interview,
interview,
child.
child.
And then
And
she
then
brought
she
up
brought up
Regina
Regina
in
in
Genesis,
Genesis,
saying she was
saying she
gonna
was gonna
have them
have
put
them
in
put in
jail
jail
for
for
false
false
arrest or
arrest
some
or some
shit like
shit
that.
like that.
So
So
last
last
night,
night,
strangely
strangely
enough,
enough,
King
King
Pain
Payne
is
is
Pacific
Pacific
Standard
Standard
Time.
Time.
He went
He went
live like
live
at
like
one
at one
o'clock in the
o'clock in the
morning,
morning,
and
and
then
then
Genesis
Genesis
shows up
shows
on
up
his
on his
panel,
panel,
and
and
her and
her and
Jag
Jag
had
had
words,
words,
and she
and she
basically was
basically was
getting
getting
accused of
accused of
lying
lying
about
about
what
what
happened with
happened with
her
her
getting
getting
Jag
Jag
put in
put in
jail.
jail.
So that's
So
where
that's
we're
where
at.
we're at.
Jaguar Wright, Jacqueline Suzette Wright, was incarcerated because she had a warrant and she skipped the state. And she further continued the behaviors that got her the warrant in the first place. That's why she was arrested. Nobody, it was the state was watching her behavior online. It was, they were made aware. I'll say this: Shreveport, New Jaguar was in Shreveport. Dallas, New Jaguar was in Shreveport, and Phoenix, New Jaguar was in Shreveport. And they were making, they talk. They're a gang. The police are a gang. They're a national gang. They work together. So they came together, and the warrant was issued from Mesquite, Texas, for her, based on the um, national database, the national clearinghouse. So nobody, there may have been people who made phone calls, but nobody was working with the police to get Jaguar put in jail. They were, that was, they had planned that. They were working on her. There might have been people who were live streaming her and talking about her at the time, that happened to be talking about her at the same time that she got arrested, but Jaguar put Jaguar in jail.
They're
They're
saying that
saying
the
that the
echo is
echo is
really
really
bad.
bad.
Is that my echo?
Mine.
Fine.
Oh, yours. It is. It's a little bouncy. It's a little bouncy. No, Jaguar put Jaguar in jail. There were agencies. You guys have to know that for me to do what I do, I talk to everybody. I listen to everybody, y'all and the police. And when Jaguar got arrested, it wasn't a surprise. Some of us knew. We didn't know when it was going to happen, but we knew. And she actually, she did what she put out the dog whistles that got her arrested. She put out all the dog whistles. I believe she did. She wanted to get arrested.
That's what I
That's what I
said.
said.
But
Mhm.
they only
They only
believe
believe
certain
certain
content
content
creators.
creators.
No, she put out all the dog whistles. She showed us where she was on purpose.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She
She
want
wants
to
She
get
wanted to
like
get
she
arrested.
likes to get caught.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in America for 6 months. I've been home for 6 months and nobody knew I was here except who I was staying with. Like, it's possible to be in this country without anybody knowing where you are,
The same
the
thing
same
with
thing with
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
especially when you're homeless. And she was homeless. So she could have moved that whole thing without anybody ever knowing. She didn't have to go live with Sam that morning and do something so salacious that would get everybody's attention.
She
She
cried.
cried.
She's on
She's
a
on a
cry
cry
for
for
help.
help.
Mhm. She wanted to get arrested because she knew everybody was after her.
My
Everybody.
my my
My
homeboy
homeboy
Matt
Matt
says that
says
she
that she
is
is
always
always
in jail
in
during the
jail during the
summer.
summer.
Just like Umar Johnson always, he travels during the winter. He travels all winter because he needs a place to stay. When he came to China, that man brought so many clothes with him. I was like, how long you trying to stay here? You only here for a week? He had like 2 months, 2 or 3 months worth of clothes with him when he came to China. excuse me, it was obvious to me he was living out of his suitcase.
Hey,
Hey,
Sky.
Sky. Hey, Sky Blue. Girl, I enjoyed you and hear hers live today. You had me tickled. 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 Anyway, let me get back to this because we got a ways more to go,
Oh,
y'all.
Sky
Oh,
is
Sky is
hilarious.
hilarious. We got a ways more to go. Ways more to go.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. They look really nice. I still haven't taken a complete shower. I've taken like bird baths and like washed like around my neck, underarms, like the nether regions and all that stuff, but I still haven't like washed my breasts yet. So
She's not wrapped up
they're
now. Remember
chilling,
that.
chilling. But third day, this I would have to say has been the best day. I probably shouldn't have been running around like to Home Depot and stuff yesterday. Like I probably should have been in bed, honestly. But
Probably.
yeah, I'm pretty
Honestly.
I'm gonna go ship off some J Nova collection orders. Oh, if you're wondering where I'm at the hotel DC.
And she about to go ship off some J Nova collection orders. I probably shouldn't have been at Home Depot yesterday. I probably shouldn't have, went to the elote man and got some mango and tahine. I might have should have set my ass at home yesterday. But today I'm gonna go ship out some J Nova orders. At some point you gotta sit down and relax when you get surgery. There's a reason why you get this 2 week period after you have a surgery of time to rest because that's what you're supposed to do.
And foreign
And foreign
objects put in
objects
your
put in your
body.
body. And saline, I mean silicone at that. She knew that was the least healthy option, but it was less expensive than saline.
Flew into LA today and he came and got me from Lolo's house. So he's in on audition right now, but we just had Roscoe's. That did the trick. That relieved some of my constipation. I ate some like greens and red bean sprouts and
Roscoe's.
stuff, but
Come on now.
I definitely would like to be less bloated and less constipated. So
Now, Moon
and a
Eyes,
few
let me
treats
let
to
me
tell them about how my
let me
boobs.
pause for a second to update us because we've been watching this for a while, and um, you know, this is her first cosmetic surgery. This is when 5 years ago when she got her breast done. All she had was her breast done. This new one was a mommy makeover. Yeah, and that's the big one. That's the liposuction, the fat transfer, the breast lift. Like it's the whole body one that be having people in masks or whole body mummy looking like mummies. Which brings to question the anesthesia. Yep. Mm.
Looked before I got them done.
Hmm.
Hmm?
How your what?
My breasts.
Your breast used to look like 6th grade
Really?
pizza. It used to look like middle school pizza. Middle school cafeteria.
Y'all see her eyes? She used to hear this man
Yeah.
say shit like this to her. Did you see her eyes flutter like she brushed it off? That hurt her feelings. I'm going to play it again, y'all, and I want you just to watch how she dismisses what he says. Her eyes flutter like she doesn't allow herself to react to the viciousness of what he's saying because it's worse to say something back and then get in that conversation. And he know what he about to say is some bullshit by the smile. He saw it before he said it. And he knows it's trash on camera. And he looked like a fucking backwood.
Before I got them done.
Hmm.
Hmm?
How your what?
My breasts.
Your breast used to look like.
He knows that what he's about to say to his woman on camera is about to be so bad. He knows it. He's aware of it. Now, I'm not putting the blame on him. I'm just saying.
Ooh, he
Ooh,
was
he was
skinny.
skinny. Skinny, 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 skinny. Yeah, I know I went to private school in middle school. We didn't have pizza. We weren't lucky like that. But I think when I went to high school, that pizza was it was quite square and it was only good with ranch dressing. But he know what he about to say is some trash. And you don't ever hear this woman say things like this about her man. Ever. I've watched several of her videos with them interacting and she never makes him sound like he's stupid, and we all know DC Young Fly cannot read. We all know he's a short bus type of nigga. We all know. But she never ever publicly berates him or makes him look bad or calls out the fact that he living in her house. But he gonna say her titties look like middle school pizza. But he can't stroke more than 8 seconds in a row without busting a nut.
She
Fit
never
trash.
put her foot down. She never gave expectations.
She never had a standard.
Nope.
And watch her eyes when he say this shit.
Pizza.
She not happy.
It used to look like middle school pizza.
Y'all didn't see that?
What
What
about
about
him
him
is
is
appealing?
appealing?
That
Nothing
man right
about him
there?
looks like, damn, I want to give him some baby.
I don't understand it either. And she approached him. But I think
Really,
she
Moon
approached him.
Knight?
I think she approached him on some damn Amber Rose shit, trying to come up.
Moon Knight
Moon Knight
said he
said he
also
also
mentioned
mentioned
disdain for
disdain for
stretch
stretch
marks.
marks.
Just
Just push her
to
to
going
going
under the
under the
knife.
knife.
Mhm.
And why
And why
didn't he
didn't he
pay
pay
for
for
a
a
good
good
doctor?
doctor?
That's a
That's a
good
good
question.
question.
That's the
That's the
million
I mean,
million
dollar
for
dollar
all we
question.
know, he was giving her that cockamamie bullshit where he's berating her in public but telling her she don't need no surgery. You know she ain't got no standards. Have you seen her dad? Have you met that nigga? He didn't even stop at her
I didn't
casket.
see none of that content. I only saw his speech at the
Oh, we gonna see that
funeral.
content. We gonna see that content tonight.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow.
Wildin' Out
Wilding Out
probably doesn't
probably
pay
doesn't
that
pay that
much.
much.
The
Just
Wildin'
because
Out
people
girls make
talk about
$100 an episode. 100. That's less than scale. They're not even SAG actors. They make $100 an episode. That's it. And they have to suck Nick Cannon's dick, allegedly.
That
That
little
And
weight
you
little
know
he
his
weight
put
he
on
put on
did him
did
some
him some
wonders here
wonders here
lately. Now,
lately. Now,
you
child,
know
slap
his
that
dick
man.
stank.
Uh, he do
He
look
do
like
look
a
like a
giant
giant
roach.
roach.
but the
But the
comedians
comedians
probably don't
probably
make
don't make
anything
anything
either.
either.
Mm-mm. Look how D.L. Hughley do
People
his wife. His wife pay his child support to make sure the side chicks stay quiet.
the
The
public thinks
public
just
thinks
because
just
they
because
see
they see
faces on
faces on
TV
TV
or
or
even
even
YouTube
YouTube
that they make
that
a
they
lot
make
of
a lot of
money.
money.
She said we had to leave our apartment last month.
What?
What?
We had to move out of our apartment at the beginning of this month. She didn't say we moved.
Mismanagement of
Mismanagement of
money.
money.
They're both very young. Now, it's another video here where he bought his mama a house, but he ain't bought his baby mama a house. Let's talk about that.
Keeping up
Keeping
with
up
the
with the
Joneses.
Joneses.
Check the
Check the
check
check
behind
behind
closed
closed
doors.
doors.
Wow.
Wow.
The
The
entertainment
entertainment
industry
industry
sucks.
sucks.
And the
We gonna
fame
leave it
always
like that.
comes before the fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well
Well
before.
before.
That's what Mary J. Blige said.
And he
And
just
he just
started getting
started
like
getting
these
like these
movie
movie
roles
roles
within the
within the
last three
last 3 years.
And they
years.
not paying. Now, I did think
Right.
that they might have been all right until I saw a couple tarot card readings that made some sense.
It
It
don't
don't
pay.
pay.
Mm-mm.
And it's a month to month to month to month type of pain.
And they film Wildin' Out in one little few weeks, and they hardly get paid from that.
And you got to be
You know,
getting good
Especially
footage.
and
two or
85
two or
South
three
Show just
shows a
canceled
day.
all their shows until the end of July because of this.
You got to be good at working your own insurance and
I
taxes
mean,
and doing all that type of stuff.
and I guarantee you these niggas know how to financially abuse a woman. I guarantee you his daddy did it to his mama. And I don't give a fuck about nobody who think I'm disrespectful for saying that. I done seen plenty of these old heads financially abuse women, and women go out into the world and call these niggas providers.
Girl, she probably had to do scams and everything else without his knowledge.
These companies want to pay you with a product.
It ain't no telling what she had to do to keep up because, they was in Atlanta. Fortunately, real estate's pretty cheap there. I think her house cost about 950,000.
Yeah, it's a lot of financial abuse. Ain't no telling what he used to do to her mentally.
Mhm.
Seriously, because he was insecure.
Look at their
Still
eyes.
is.
Look at her eyes.
Yeah,
She don't have no power in that relationship. She's in the middle of trying to keep up an image because she's already somebody's baby mama. He's not going to marry her. So stay with him so at least it looks like something. And her father is convinced Eve was white cuz he's stupid.
Yo, let me tell you something because I used to do celebrity nails. I remember I did this show for OPI. I had to go to their office and bang on their door for my payment.
OPI?
And OPI.
Girl, I would have never guessed that. Man. They said that they had to mention on the show they wasn't getting paid on Wildin' Out before Nick Cannon would pay them. Like they had done several episodes and started making jokes about it on the show that they weren't getting paid for that first season before he finally paid them.
This is when I was signed to Ford.
Ford Modeling Agency?
Yes.
Girl. That's
Ford
enough
wouldn't even give
money.
me my money out of OPI. I had to go to OPI's office in Manhattan myself and go bang on their door.
That's crazy. Did you get your money?
Yes, I did.
I know you did. Shit. It's gonna be some dreadhead niggas in your lobby. Girl, these motherfuckers. Whew. But look how embarrassed she is.
I was tired of getting paid in fucking product and shit.
Shh. Niggas
How
want to
many
take you to
invoices
lunch.
did I have to send you?
Niggas want to take you to lunch. I want to buy my lunch. How about that? I'm about to roll up some weed because it's the right thing to do.
But it was constantly this type of shit with the industry.
They just take advantage. They just take advantage. And she didn't have anything really going on at this time, work related. She was shipping off J Nova orders. She was shipping off orders for her lip gloss company. She didn't really have any income, and she had a $950,000 house she was living in that I guarantee you she didn't pay in full when she bought.
And I was
The
signed to
pandemic
Ford,
took
and I
a
worked with celebrities all the time. Same with like the celebrity hairstylist.
Mhm.
I was a
They
celebrity
don't like that.
manicurist.
Girl, I did manicures for niggas at a barber shop in Mississippi. I make
pandemic
them niggas pay for
took a
time.
lot of chivalry away that was existing. Now all niggas want to do is Netflix and chill. Oh, we could DoorDash that. What's on your
Oh God,
Netflix? Nothing,
girl.
cause you ain't coming here.
But even the celebrities, they don't get paid. You think the celebrities you would think is like taken? They don't get paid.
Cause girl, everybody trying to just, and it's a lot of people that just keep that shit quiet, just to keep the relationships.
Exactly.
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 They just keep it quiet.
They
They
waiting to get to
waiting to
the
get to the
A-list
A-list
levels.
levels. And it may never happen, and you done let niggas steal from you.
Steal from
Steal
you,
from you,
fuck
fuck
you,
you,
all type
all
of
type of
stuff.
stuff. Look at her face.
Abuse
Abuse
you.
you. This girl is not happy about what this man is saying to her.
And he
And he
probably would
probably
have
would have
ended up with a little
little
19-year
19-year
old
old
that's
that's
up and
up and
coming. You
coming.
know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
And
And
left her
Open
with
up
a
a
left her
little
with a
bite
little
in their
kid.
kid.
tongue.
Never
Never
married.
married.
Mm.
Nope. Never married her. And now he's stuck with the 3 kids. But I almost guarantee you he done fucked one of her best friends already.
She should have
She
been on
should have
that
been on
Anna
that Anna
Nicole
Nicole
shit.
shit. Oh, she was almost on her way there. Because I can guarantee you if she kept taking them surgery, she was going to end up addicted to somebody's pain medicine. I don't know, Sky Blue. You think there was foul play? I think there was a lack of care, but I think a lot of it was her fault. Just the way she moves in this video lets us know that she didn't take her medical care very seriously. I mean, to lie to the doctors and say you have to go home early so that you don't stay a couple extra days to take your post op, that's crazy. And he literally said he didn't care if she got it done or not.
You really
You
don't.
really don't.
I'll do his reaction to touching them when they're a little less swollen, but I figured you guys wanted to know his opinion.
I think she made their
What did you
relationship
think
way
about
more
me getting
public
my
than it needed
breast
to
done?
be.
To be honest, I really ain't give a damn.
Didn't care either way.
As long as you feel better about it, shit. It's all that matters. I mean, your titties. Ain't mine. That was like my titties.
Oh, they're not yours.
Oh, but that
They ain't my titties, but that is my pussy.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm. DC, I was rooting for you. That's all I can say. I was rooting for you, dude. I was rooting for you, but you're not coming out in this one looking very good.
He set a world record last night, just so you guys know, too. Tell him what you did.
want somebody to try to beat it, dog.
Really?
I'm gonna play it back. I'm sorry, I had the volume down.
I figured you guys wanted to know his opinion. What did you think about me getting my breast done?
Is that better, Miss
Me, I
Notter?
really ain't give a damn.
Didn't care either way.
As long as you feel better about it, shit. It's all that matters. I mean, your titties. Ain't mine. That was like my titties.
Oh, they're not yours.
No, but that
He set a world record last night, just so you guys know, too. Tell him what you did.
want somebody to try to beat it, dog.
Really? Competition?
Inside joke.
Literally inside. Okay, bye. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this video with anybody.
They made my titties. I don't care if you get them titties done, but that is my pussy. That belongs to me, and that's what I care about. Y'all, we're gonna go straight into the next one. It is the Q&A following her surgery. And since this is coming up and it's got a little intro, I do want to thank you guys for watching. For everybody who's here, please like or dislike. Rosetta, who 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 got ego? What's going on? Um, yeah, she might have been trying to compete with the female he slept with. You know, it's really really crazy. Hold on, let me bring the volume up.
Just for watching
Now,
this video.
there are
You
some
will get
very,
15%
very
off your next
key things in this video that I don't want us to miss just because she's passed away and she's well loved. I want us to place responsibility where responsibility needs to go because we're the breakdown crew and that's what we do.
Hold on. So, sorry, my phone light was on. So, anyways, so today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my breast augmentation that I got last month, and I'm gonna try to keep the editing to this video as short as possible, just so I don't have to sit there and edit it for a long time and I can get it up sooner, because I know
I
I've
got you,
gotten
Rosetta. I
tons of
understand what you
questions
mean.
about my titties, and so I want to be able to answer them and not have to sit here and edit it. So if you wonder if I'm saying or like a lot, I apologize, word fillers. And if you wonder
Got
why
you, Rosetta.
I am being kind of quiet, it's because Nova, my daughter's asleep right now, so I don't want to wake her up. So let's try to get this video done as quickly as possible. So here we go. So the first question, well, first I'll tell you this. So I had my surgery on April 23rd and today is May 19th. So it will almost be a month. In a couple of days, it'll almost be a month. So this is what they're looking like right now. So I'm just gonna tell you kind of about my experience first, and then I'm gonna go and answer the questions that you guys had. So a lot of people want to know, why did you get your boobs done? And I got them done because ever since I was like 16.
I'm gonna let her say what she need to say, and we'll go back a little bit because what she's saying right now is very important. But I want to put this comment on the screen, and I want us to take a moment to look at it, because despite her looks, she is extremely low maintenance. She probably put all of her maintenance into her looks, not into her mental health, not into her self love. She probably invested, heavily into the superficial things that girls care about that are important, but aren't the most important. When you paying $8,000 for a plastic surgery and you got to move your family and you having to use skip lag to save on flights instead of just paying for a flight, I don't. You get caught up doing poor people things and you be poor. How about that?
Champagne pays for their money.
Okay, you got to use skip lag to get a decent priced flight when it's you could just. She could have not. She could have not. She didn't have to have her daughter go to California because she decided to go get a surgery across country and put her sister through what she put her through, having to travel with her daughter and that sort of shit, so she could get her titties done. But she's extremely low maintenance. Besides that, she's paying for her own home. She's most likely bought her own car. She's not requiring anything of DC when it comes to maintenance. I guarantee you he's not providing for her and taking care of her. She gives me pick me energy, and it's really, 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 really sad. And yes, her face is much lighter than her body. I do believe that she is obsessed with a European look, which is why she had them tracks in her hair that were way wrong. And y'all know good and goddamn well if that was a dark skinned woman, and you could see her tracks like that, the internet would have tore her ass up when she turned around in that camera. And nobody said anything about that girl's hair because
I
she
thought I
played
was
with
the only one
everything.
that called her face.
Huh?
I thought I was the only one that called her face lighter than her body.
Right. Her daddy said he her mama and her daddy.
What?
That's what he said at the funeral. He said I'm her mama and her daddy. He didn't even
Oh,
stop
well,
to
her mama died when she was 8 or 9 years old.
He didn't even stop at the casket to say goodbye. He kept walking and then
He
gave a
walked
speech
past her
about.
casket?
We'll watch it. That's the next video we're gonna
Oh
watch.
my
We're gonna
God.
get into all of that tonight. This is just some background so that you guys can understand what had happened. so that we're not going into this funeral situation with our eyes covered. I just want us to understand how she ended up there, because nobody's gonna talk about it for real at the funeral. Not, I'm not saying they should, but
17 like girls had developed
let me
already,
back up a little
and
bit.
questions that you guys had. So a lot of people want to know, why did you get your boobs done? And I got them done because ever since I was like 16, 17, like girls had developed already, and I just always wanted them done. I'm like, I think breasts are just beautiful. Like, I just think they look good. I think that they fill your clothes out better. So that's
She said this psychosis, this obsession, this dysmorphia began around the time she was 16 or 17. She was a child. And that's why I said tonight, yeah, this ain't for kids, but you definitely probably want to share this. Because these conversations need to be had. Just like we talk to our kids about drinking and driving and drugs and niggas and all type of shit, we need to be talking to our kids about self-image and self-love. Because girls have access to this. I mean, the moment you turn 18, you can get care credit. Care credit will pay
Yeah,
for
you get
almost
a
any
line of
surgery.
credit aid too.
Mhm. Mhm. And you can go and pay for that surgery without your parents' consent. And so it's important that girls know that although these options are available, these doctors just want your money, honey. And you can go in and ask a doctor for a chin lift, and you'll leave with a whole nose job and cheek implants, because they're salespeople. They don't
Have
get
you
paid to do what you ask
seen
them to do.
Roly Poly
Who?
from Baddies on Zeus?
I haven't.
She had a mommy makeover, and they cut some fat out of her double chin child, and she going back for some more in a month.
See, and when is enough enough? That's when my mom. When we see when I was little was when Michael Jackson started changing. I remember when Michael Jackson was black. Okay, I remember the Off the Wall album when Michael Jackson was black, and my mom and daddy would always say, "Y'all, the thing about this thing is, when is enough enough? The thing about this Hollywood thing is, when is enough enough?"
All I know is every time he had a video premiere, he looked different,
Different
and more different, unrecognizable.
Mhm.
I just want to know what happened to his hair.
Who, Michael?
It got burnt off.
Yeah, that Pepsi commercial. Yeah, that Pepsi commercial in 1985. Burn his hair up.
I see. I was born in '83.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want you to think I was trying to be shady. I was gonna say that. I was literally gonna say you were probably too young to remember that, because I was 5 when that happened. I remember that, y'all. It's something's been going through my head, and I feel like this may have possibly been going through DC's head. And um, it's rumored that they were in an argument right before she passed away, live on Instagram or something like that, Snapchat, or Instagrams or something like that. And I keep hearing in my head, what profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?
I was saying before, when we had those private conversations, us and the girls, me and the girls, what doctor is allowing such aggressive elective surgery 10 months after having a
Yep,
child?
yep, yep.
Because my
It was
doctors
way too soon.
won't even let me have an elective tooth extraction
Mhm.
10 months after having a child.
It's true. It's true, and she knows this. She even mentions in this video how she knows even this boob job she got was against medical advice as soon as she had it after Nova.
Like, because I thought she went like to the Caribbean or overseas to like Turkey or something. And I was shocked that she went. Well, I wasn't that shocked to Florida, but yeah, even still stayed in the States. I was like, it
Mhm.
had to be Florida. That's the
Yep.
only state that would allow this shit.
Yep. Yep. Let me let this play so she can tell you
For one
more.
reason, I've always wanted them done, but everybody told me, no, wait, you're too young, you know, or I didn't even have the money to get them done by the time I really wanted to get them done when I was like 20, you know. So I'm just like, okay, I'll
20.
wait. And then everybody's like, well, wait till after you have a kid, then they're gonna be how they really will be, then you're gonna love them then. So I had a kid, I waited for that, and no, like when I was breastfeeding Nova, they were plump, like they were nice. You can go back and look at some of my YouTube videos of when I was breastfeeding, and they were just like engorged and nice, but it was painful for them to be all engorged all the time. So like, I don't want to have to be engorged for my breasts to look nice. And then when she drained them, they went like, they just started looking sad. And so I breastfed my daughter for about a year and some change. And after that, I was waiting to see like how they would look after breastfeeding her. And yeah, they looked depressed. They looked like they just went through war, and now it was time.
Here's where I end up having a problem. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not muted. Excuse me. So we want to be called
Bless
mothers.
you.
Thank you. This shit is good. We want to be called mothers, and we want the honor of being a mother, but we don't want to look like moms. And you don't hear anywhere in here where she says, part of my lifestyle is exercise to shape my body. Not, just go all the way to the extreme and do the least. Do the get the most with the least amount of effort. Her mentality is flawed. She was 16 years old fantasizing about getting breast implants. What she doesn't realize is that a lot of those girls around her that were fully developed had been messed with at young ages. And that's why they seemed more fully developed because they had been abused sexually and their pituitary gland had been activated at a young age. So they had the bodies of 30-year-old women at 16 because somebody had been fucking them since they were kids. She doesn't understand that. She just sees boobs and an opportunity. And
Not
she didn't have,
including the bad diets.
not including her daddy, who has a fetish for white women with long titties. She didn't have a woman around her giving her the encouragement of who. I'm really grateful, and I don't mean this to sound self righteous. This is really shout out to my mom. I was not allowed to wear makeup until my mother could see certain things in my personality that dealt with self esteem and self love. Like she wouldn't allow me to wear makeup or weave or anything like that until she saw in me the love for me. Then she allowed me to start exploring those different areas because she wanted to make sure that I never saw it as a source of beauty, but just an enhancer of what already is. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I think it's important because this woman, at 16 years old, she was worried about being sexy. That's so weird. What world is it? What world are you in where at 16 years old you are thinking about having a surgery to change your body? You're thinking about surgically altering your body at 20. But she was in a part of the country where girls do that. It's a little bit more normal. You right there by Hollywood. I think she was raised in the Bay. It's a little bit more normal. But nobody is telling these girls like you giving up your life for some titties that you never even really get to enjoy. Y'all got anything on this before I press play?
I recall that Lisa Ling did a special on plastic surgery, and it was a couple of mothers um talking about getting your daughter's plastic surgery for like their sweet 16 or their high school graduation. And I just found that so weird.
It is weird. I mean, in Atlanta too. In Atlanta, you two major places, and I don't mean to like local shame nobody because I love all of our viewers that come from everywhere, but this conversation is a real conversation that has to happen. There are parts of this country in America where it is so normal for women to be so hard on their daughters about beauty, so hard on their daughters about. I mean, I think, excuse me, the hatred and vitriol we see from Tokyo Tony toward her daughter Angela is common. These women be treating their daughters like, well, a lot of these women be hoeing their daughters out. They be selling their daughters, so they make them have a certain beauty standard. And in Atlanta, it's way too common for a young girl to get something. Yeah, I think you think it's Sky Blue said told St. Hudson that she thinks um out of his league. I would say she was out of his league as far as like career and success. Like they're not running together. Like she don't outshine him whatsoever. And I think that was something he really appreciated about her. But I do think he was financially dependent on her. I think that's obvious. I think she's been smarter with her money than maybe he was.
Rest. So yeah, because before I had, it's another question. If you want to know what was my size before? I was a 34A, kind of like 34A, 34B, depending on what bra I wore. But you know, my bandwidth was always a 34, and it just switched between A and B, but mostly a A, really. So, anyways, Nova, my daughter, completely drained them. They just looked sad and lonely. So I was like, okay, no. So I put on my vision board for 2018, my 2018 vision board. I put, I want boobies. Like, I want to get my breasts done. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody told me, no, you're fine how you are. You're perfect. Leave me alone. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, no, no.
Everybody said don't do it. Everybody said you fine the way you are, don't do it. Don't do it. And she's making a joke out of it. She's making a comical moment out of the warnings her friends and family gave her. The only time she edited this video was to do this. I just gotta say what it is. I gotta call it like it is. That's what we do here. This is who we are. It doesn't feel good. It's not comfortable. It's not fun. But it has to be done because she left these pieces of information here for us. And we could do like Charlemagne the God and say, "Oh, I can't even imagine it," or we could do like DC Young Fly and make jokes and hump a casket, or we can have a real impactful conversation about a woman who made some really bad decisions knowingly. It was on her vision board, y'all. She manifested this. She manifested this. Be careful what you wish for. Please make sure that, your desires are guided. There is a scripture in the Bible that says that God will give you the desire of your heart. I don't just think that means that your desires are given to you and provided for you. I literally think that you have to have the wisdom to know what to want. And I appreciate her for being a cautionary tale and a warning, because I promise you there's plenty of girls who've looked at this, plenty of women who've looked at this and made different decisions because of it. Shout outs to her for that. but it does need to be said. Man, this was on her vision board. No matter what anybody said, it was something she wanted and something she was going to do, regardless.
Anyway, everybody told me that, but it's
Anyway,
my body.
it's my body.
Guess what?
Guess
My
what?
body.
My
So I was
body.
like, no, I want to do it. Like, no.
And that was her body laying in that casket with a fresh mommy makeover and new titties. That was her body that her 10-month-old son looked over for the very last time. And her two daughters looked at for the very last time. And her father walked past without even looking at. And talked over and not about. And her boyfriend humped in the casket. That was her body too. But that body also belonged to her children. I mean, DC said that was his pussy. That body also belonged to her children. And she paid the ultimate price for a waistline she never even got to enjoy.
So I set up my consultation, and I set it up in Beverly Hills because one of my girlfriends had gotten hers done there, and I really loved hers. So that was kind of like the only person I've known. I know lots of girls who've gotten them done. That's the only person I've known personally that I've got to like feel hers and touch them and like, see how I would like them and get her honest opinion on.
Now, I want us to listen very carefully to when she talks about the consultation that she has with this doctor, this plastic surgeon who's going to do her breast augmentation in Beverly
The
Hills.
whole experience. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to her doctor. Like, hers look good. I like how they're looking. So I went to Beverly Hills and I went to her doctor. Mind you, I live in Atlanta. I don't live in California. So I had to fly for my consultation in March all the way to Beverly Hills. Also, mind you, I'm from California. I used to live in LA. I'm from the Bay Area, so that was kind of another reason I didn't mind doing it out there, because my friends and my family are all out there. So I knew I was gonna have somebody to watch my daughter and also to take care of me. So as you saw in my after surgery kind of video, my girlfriends were all there. Just my three of my best friends were just there, like, taking care of me, like, making sure I was straight, making sure I was eating and comfortable and taking my medication. So that was awesome. So if you plan on doing it, I would suggest doing it somewhere where you have friends and family, somebody who can be there to take care of you. Also, another thing before I forget, yes, I did breastfeed, and so that was another reason I didn't get my breasts done sooner, because I wanted to get them done like right when I was done breastfeeding. But when I initially had sent the doctor my photos, because I was in Atlanta, he was in Beverly Hills, so they told me, just send him some pictures of your breasts, send him kind of like some inspiration pictures of what you want them to look like, and you guys can kind of have an e-consultation. And it was free, just FYI, the e-consultation was free. So I did that, and he had told me that we needed to wait, I think he said at least 3 months, because the milk ducts or whatever had to dry up or something like that. Like, you can't just get them done because your boobs are still kind of like growing and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and maybe get a little bit bigger. So let's give your breasts time to rest. Give your breast time to rest. It's fine. Give your breast time to rest.
I just want to stop to mention, so that we also follow fair use. I hope you noticed how she said that she felt comfortable having this surgery in Beverly Hills because her friends and family were there to take care of her. And she went back to her best friend's apartment afterwards, and her best friends took care of her. She didn't take very good care of herself, but at least she had friends and family. Now, in this most recent situation in Miami, she was alone. Her people are in California. She didn't have family in Miami, and she was found alone in that hotel room. Unfortunately, Rosetta Brooks says, so why keep having kids back to back? She wouldn't have needed it, I guess. I don't know. I do believe that, there was some religious bondage there that made her feel like she had to have a family and that she had to have these kids too and that she had to stay with this man. Um, that's just what I think. I do believe there was some religious bondage there, some religious abuse, some religious manipulation.
And we'll see how they are after 3 months. Make sure you're not producing any milk still, like make sure that they're where they're gonna be, because if you get the implants in and your boobs are still shrinking, your boobs are still gonna shrink. They're gonna do what they're gonna do regardless of the implants. So it's like, all right. So stop breastfeeding in early in January, probably like January 1st or 2nd, one of those days. So did the consultation in March, flew out there, did the consultation, and that went really good. I felt really comfortable with the doctor. That went good, and then I flew back.
So what she say, Saint Hudson? She said she breastfed for a year and a half before this augmentation, but she had been breastfeeding for only 10 months with this new baby before she went to get a mommy makeover.
I
I
nursed for
nursed
two
for two
years.
years.
Mhm. Mhm.
I had a
I had a
cousin that
cousin
nursed
that
for much,
nursed for
much
much
longer.
longer.
She said she stopped breastfeeding January 1st to January 2nd. So she stopped breastfeeding her child so that she could have this surgery. Selfish. I got to call it
You
what it
You
is.
literally
literally
can
can
learn
learn
for
for
five
5
years.
years.
I mean, it's a woman on Reddit who says she breastfed for 7 years. I think that's a little weird, but to each they own. Just don't invite me to your village. But no,
If you look, your
If you look, your
body is
body is
capable of
capable of
doing it.
doing it.
What it's
she
not
What is not
capable of
stopped.
capable of
doing is
doing is
opening up
opening
and
up and
sucking up
sucking up
a like
a like
implant
implant
on its
on its
own.
own.
She stopped breastfeeding her child so that she could get breast implants sooner. I mean, we talking about responsibility and accountability. We got to put it where it's supposed to be. Bars, I think. I got to listen back, maybe. But definitely, she has responsibility in what happened to her. Let's got to be honest.
I would at
I would
least
at
wait
least wait
until my
until my
child is
child
three
is
years
3 years
old,
old,
able to
able to
naturally
naturally
digest
digest
solid
solid
foods on
foods
its
on its
own.
own.
I mean, who comes first? And I'm not saying she's a bad mother because somebody gonna take it there because people like to put 20 on 10.
I don't
Okay,
I
because
care
don't
what
care
they
the
what they
truth
say.
is a
say.
hard
I
pill to
said what I
I said what I
swallow.
said.
said.
You can say what you want to say. This woman was selfish. She was selfish. She wanted it all. She wanted to have the she still wanted to be a thought, but she wanted to be a mom and a wife too.
I would just
I would just
adhere to
adhere to
nature's
nature's
law
law
first.
first.
Them titties gonna be fine. Them titties gonna be fine. My baby is 6 and I finally got my titties. You just gotta let them things be what they is. And she don't work out, so she
I was
doesn't
about to
have that
say just
working
work
against
out.
her. But for some of us, working out is worse. Like you work out sometimes. For some of us, if I work out, I look like Brad Pitt around the chest. Girl, lose
Hop in
everything
some
in
Some
Tracy
church.
Tracy
Anderson.
Anderson.
Girl, I listen. For me, I just figure, I'm in an amazing, loving, committed, romantic relationship with someone who loves me the way that I am. You know, I'm not about to go lay on nobody's table. Bless the Lord that she's offered up this warning to us. But we got to be honest about some of the situation because we could talk about the doctor not being board certified. We could talk about her boyfriend being, excuse me, disrespectful. But this woman has said people told her not to, and she said she wanted to do it anyway. We've watched her cut corners with her care, and sacrifice her child's well being. Yeah, we gotta call it what it fucking is. For
Yeah,
her
because
own
with the mommy
sanity.
makeover, her picking up a 10-month old.
Girl, you can't move for weeks. And now
Not
her
even
aunt
after a
said
10-month old.
her
It takes
aunt
a
who was coming
while.
down. Girl, I'm sorry to cut you off.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry because I'm echoing.
No,
Go
you're
on, boo.
right. You're right. She got an infant still. That's not a toddler. That's an infant. My daughter, I don't think she walked until she was 1. Why you getting a mommy makeover? Where you got to be? You going to the Met? You going to the Oscars, honey? Were you invited to the BET Awards? Or you just trying to keep up with the fantasy that Atlanta provides? Rosetta said it. She really had low self esteem. Was it worth it to leave your kids behind? And for her to say it's my body, yeah, it really, I did feel smile for me. I felt exactly like you did. And I've watched this video. I've made sure that I spent time on this topic before I approached it. She didn't have an intimate soul connection with her body. Now, we could say all day she was a woman of God and she taught her kids how to pray, but she didn't see her body as a vessel, as a temple. She did not have that relationship with her body. She ate Roscoe's the day after surgery. I'm not listen, this is not a no judgment zone. And she put this information out here and it trotted its happy ass onto my YouTube feed. So I watched it and had the necessary conversations to make sure that I approach this thing in a way that's respectful spiritually and the truth must be told. Marvella, you falling asleep on the phone, mama? Marva, I'm sorry.
Her youngest is 10 months,
10
and her
months.
middle is like what, 3-ish,
Mhm.
and her
And
oldest is
oldest is
younger.
6.
What's how old is her oldest?
6.
6. And
Mhm.
you getting a full mommy makeover. That's a BBL, a liposuction, a tummy tuck, and your
Yep.
breast done.
Yep.
That's extensive
Yep.
to run after those kids on a
Whatchamacallit got one
daily.
done. Whatchamacallit got one done. 2 women I know got them done over 60. Mama D got one, and she had complications with hers too. She had issues with her drains in her butt. And the other one, the other lady, the other drug dealer's mama on Love and Hip Hop.
That's not a bounce back type of surgery. And her husband travels.
He
Who's
gone.
gonna be with her and those kids?
And who was supposed to be with her at that hotel? She was gonna be in pain for weeks. I watched a documentary not too long ago of 2 girls who went and got that procedure done, and they were in a hospital. I mean, they were in a hotel room for like a week with a nurse before they even hit a plane and went home.
It's not even like she got it done during the holidays where everyone was off and people were home. She got it during the summer.
It's believed that this was a promo surgery, and that's the thing somebody mentioned earlier about her being all promo. Everything she did, she had to promote, and I think she was trying to be an influencer. And so I believe based on the information I have, she connected with this doctor to promote his business. He was doing this surgery for free, which might have been why the conditions of the aftercare were so piss poor. Marva, go to sleep. Y'all see Marva in the chat.
She got what she paid for.
Miss T Taylor baby is Isaac over there stepping on Marva's keyboard.
He's asleep in my lap. I gave him a bath.
Ah, she got me tickled. Let me let her drop these crumbs a little bit more.
To Atlanta. And so we scheduled my date, that consultation day, we scheduled it that day and we scheduled it for April 23rd. So that's the day I ended up getting my surgery, was on April 23rd. Prior to that, I had to do all this pre-op stuff. Like, you have to get your blood drawn and like tested, and then you also have to get a medical clearance physical, like a medical physical clearance, whatever. This paper has to be signed. So that was kind of dramatic for me because I don't have insurance out here in Atlanta. I have insurance in California. I had insurance in Atlanta, then it lapsed, and I just, whatever, I don't have it anymore. So I was like, dang, how am I supposed to get this stuff done? It was like literally like 10 days before the surgery, and I went to get my blood drawn. Had to pay for that, so that was fine. But then I also was trying to find a doctor who would schedule me for the physical, and so I went to CVS Minute Clinic thinking like, oh, maybe they can do it. Lolo had suggested that. She's like, if you can't find any doctors who will see you, because everybody's like, we're booked till January 2020. Like, what? So I was like, I can't find any freaking doctor, because everybody was like, you have to already be established with us, and if since you're a new patient, we're not seeing new patients till the end of the world and all this. So I cannot find a doctor. I never even had a doctor out.
So she was trying to get a pre op physical done to clear her for surgery. And the issue she was running into were that doctors wanted to already know her and have a relationship with her body, with her physiology, before they cleared her for a major invasive surgery. Smart doctors. But she found somebody who would clear her for the right amount of money, apparently. Because that's all that was important. It wasn't important to her that she was actually being cleared for surgery. It was more important to her that she had the document.
Around. I had like my gynecologist because I was pregnant with Nova out here, but I don't know. I didn't even think to go to her, honestly. I don't know. Who knows? She could probably done it, but whatever. Anyways, moral of the story is I didn't go to her. And so I went to CVS Minute Clinic. I did the whole physical. I was like, okay, yeah, here, just sign this paperwork. And she's like, oh, you need medical clearance. I can't do that. So I'm also going to put that in your notes. I cannot do medical clearance, but she is in perfectly great health. I was like, I ain't asked you for all of that. Anyways, so I was like, dang, my surgery is literally in like a couple days. Like, it's coming. It's like sooner than later. So I was like, dang, I'm gonna have to push it back. Like, I just had made up my mind, like, I'm gonna have to push it back. So I was leaving CVS.
I hope y'all heard her impersonation of an Atlantan black girl. I hope y'all caught that.
And I just happened to drive past like this little small doctor's office, and I just like looked back and like, oh, let me just Yelp it real quick to see. Called him and I was like, hey, I'm getting surgery in 7 days and I need to have medical clearance. Like, I need a physical. Like, can y'all do that? I just went to CVS. They did the whole physical, but they told me they just can't give me clearance. And the lady was like, oh yeah, can you come in today at 3? And I was like, yeah. I was like, but I don't have insurance though. I don't have insurance. So what can y'all do? She's like, okay, it'll be $60. I was like, oh, what? Oh my God, yeah, I'll be there at 3. So anyway, that was a long story, but so I ended up going to that doctor. He was cool as heck. He's like, if you ain't got insurance, like, it's fine. You just pay $60 a visit. Whatever's wrong with you, we'll figure it out. And I'm like, a bit? Like, I don't know if that's like a good price or not. Y'all probably like $60.
Is it echoing, Rosetta? Y'all let me know if it's echoing. Because I want to make sure y'all heard what I just heard. These motherfuckers take a Hippocratic oath to do no harm. But for the right price, whatever's wrong with you, we'll figure it out. We'll clear it on the paperwork. Just give me $60. It only echoes when they speak. You talking about St. Hudson and Miss Taylor, baby? Let's see. Okay. Is the audio on the video okay? Thank you.
dollars. It should be like
Best
$3.
producer
Whatever.
ever.
Anyway, it was fine for me. Left the physical, got the physical. They faxed all my paperwork over there, and then Grace emailed me, which is one of the ladies who worked at the doctor's office, and was like, "Okay, Jacqueline, you're good to go." And also, oh well, I had to pay too. So initially, I had to put down a $500 deposit, and so I paid for that. And then prior to the surgery, I think, did you have to have it in full? I think you had to have the full payment prior to the surgery too. Yeah. So I had to send in the payment and everything. So you guys want to know how much it cost? It cost, I think it was $8,100. So $8,100. Yeah, pretty expensive. I know it's cheaper other places like Miami, Dominican Republic, like Mexico, but I just wanted the best of the best. Like, they might be the best of the best out there, but I didn't know nobody out there. I didn't know nobody who got it anywhere else, so I'm just going with what I know. So $8,100, that's what it was. Yeah, it's expensive, but you know. Another thing I know you guys want to know is, what did I get? Did I get silicone? Did I get saline? Did I get gummy bears? So I ended up getting silicone. Silicone just seemed to be the best option for me. It's not the safest option. I guess saline is the safest option.
Silicone happened to be the best option for me. It's not the safest option. I mean, saline is safer, but silicone is better. Why?
Option, because if it ruptures, it's just salt water pretty much. So it'll just go into your system and flush out. Silicone is dangerous if it ruptures. Like, you can get sick, you could probably die. I don't know. Silicone was a better option for me because I wanted a.
Say what? Did you see that? You could probably die. Girl, if you ever seen Hill House and you know about Nellie's character and how the bent neck lady haunts Nellie all her life, and then we find out the bent neck lady is Nellie when she could unalive herself. And the bent neck lady is always trying to warn Nellie of what's gonna happen if she continues on the path she's on. She could end up unaliving herself. And whenever the bent neck lady shows up, they just dismiss her. I want y'all to see for a second. I'm just gonna get real spooky since it's late at night.
Sick, you could probably die. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess saline is the safest option because if it ruptures, it's just salt water pretty much. So it'll just go into your system and flush out. Silicone is dangerous if it ruptures. Like, you can get sick, you could probably die. I don't know. Silicone
I
was a better
mean,
option for me because I wanted a
what?
natural. Silicone is dangerous
What
if it
was she
ruptures.
fanning
Like, you
away?
can get sick, you could probably die. I don't know. Silicone was a better option.
What y'all think about that? Looking back on that right now, right here. Now, mind you, it wasn't that that killed her, but you can get sick or you could probably die. No big deal. This ain't no joke.
Manifesting is real.
Mhm. Somebody said 1 year ago she did a tribute to Marilyn Monroe on Marilyn's birthday, June 1st. She died 1 year later, May 31st, 2023, and they didn't got shit to do with the Illuminati. It's a decision that she made. See, I was watching R&B Divas when Lil Mo was featured one season, and they did their vagina monologues, and Lil Mo said she had to make a decision. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like that email I just got. She had to make a decision to choose Cynthia, which was the real her, or her alter ego, Lil Mo. And she decided to put away Cynthia and take on Lil Mo. And Lil Mo has been married like 50, 11 times, has not been in a happy relationship, doesn't have a gainful, successful career, and is doing 9-minute medleys at Summerfest. K Michelle too. K Michelle says she put away Kimberly and picked up K Michelle. And see, we got to be very, 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 very mindful of the decisions that we make, because these are spiritual things as much as they are natural. Excuse me. You take on a alter ego. I think Beyonce said she put Sasha Fierce down because she became she had to focus on being a wife and a mother. You can't always be a diva. But she was well aware. She, you can get sick or die.
Dangerous if it ruptures. Like you can get sick, you could probably die. I don't know.
Mm.
Silicone was a better option for me because I wanted a natural feel. Like I heard and I felt people who have saline. Not saying this is everybody, but the people I felt, it's hard, like rock hard. So I didn't want that. So I guess I chose like feeling over safety, pretty much. And if you want to know what gummy bear is, I think gummy bear is similar.
What she
Gummy
say?
Feeling over safety.
Did DC sacrifice his girlfriend to the Illuminati so 85 South Show can get some more shows? Or did she sacrifice herself?
Herself.
She literally said out loud here, I chose the feel over the safest option. And I think saline feels better than silicone, in my personal opinion, but, it's not my titties, like DC said. Just waving that death thought away, Sir Miles, Sir Smiles. That was her presence, and she just made that. We got to be
is like
careful.
an implant with silicone, I believe, and it just has a textured surface. So I think it's something like less likely to get ripples in your breasts. Don't quote me. I don't remember. It was over 2 months ago when I actually initially.
She don't know what's in her body. She getting one Google fact confused with another. She hasn't researched this. She's really just decided at 16 years old, I'm going to get my boobs done and committed to that decision. And it don't matter what happens, long as her titty's sitting up in the casket.
Nobody's really caring about your titties, girl.
There was nothing wrong with them in the first place. You somebody's mama, and you got two more babies to go. I don't know what was it, Moon Eyes, that Azalea Banks said. What was her statement concerning this situation? Because I didn't, it didn't cross my desk. I heard that she said something, but I never was able to see exactly what she said. She and I don't run in the same circles.
Spoke to him about all of this. It was in March, so I don't remember exactly. If you're planning on getting it, just do your research. Some things are better for other people. Like
She said, if you're planning on getting this, just do your research, but she didn't do hers.
that is just what ended up working out for me. Another thing that we discussed during my
I love that
pre-op
name,
was
celebrity
the
scandalous.
fact that one of my breasts actually was smaller than the other one. One was smaller, you know, like your breasts are sisters, not twins, you know, that whole deal. One was smaller and it wasn't symmetrical. Like my nipples didn't line up exactly. Like I think it was my left one was smaller than my right one, and my right one,
That's
or
why
my left
God
one
made push-up
was
bras.
kind of lower than my left one's
Come
kind of
on,
lower than my right one.
somebody.
Yeah, it's the opposite for you guys because you guys are looking at it like this. But whatever. Anyways, so it's kind of like not drastically, but just enough like that the doctor showed me like this is a ruler. This is how you can see. It's kind of like that, I guess. Something like that. I don't. Yeah, something like that. So he was suggesting to me that I get a lift on my left one so that it would be symmetrical with the right one. But I was thinking in my head like,
See, she goes into the doctor for a breast augmentation, and he tries to upsell her to include an additional procedure, which was gonna mean more time with her body being open and exposed, and more medicine to counteract the pain. Of He's a salesperson. He don't give a
I was
fuck
about to
about her.
say they are making bank. Cause don't nobody care about no titties like that.
She not even working. Cause I always say like I don't make money from my like my body, my looks, my brain is what I make money off of. Like my voice, my brain, my personality. I'm really kind of lucky, and those are the things that I have to hone and focus on. If I have a fat week or a fat month, it doesn't matter. I'm not in the public like that, you know. So I always say like that doesn't make sense for me to pay to get a surgery to tighten my waistline if I'm not making money off of it. But she definitely wasn't. Her and DC don't even have a social life in Atlanta. Like you don't see them on red carpets or at events or they don't show up at the old lady game. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're not socialites or anything like that. Her man is never even home. So what was she getting it for?
255,000 a month.
What?
That's what these plastic surgeons are making. If they doing one a day.
And they doing at least one a day. I mean, did you see how full that waiting room was? It was full. They were getting them women in and out, getting them titties in and out, getting them asses. You know what I'm saying? Getting them hamstrings for them men, getting them Drake bods in and out. They don't give a fuck about you. It's cosmetics. It's crazy. The lack of care that you get on a cosmetic level is crazy. Like you really got to know who you working with. Because it's all about the dollar. She said this man recommended a breast lift to her. She's 26 years old, and she got a doctor recommending a breast lift. She didn't even have no titties.
Wow.
Did we all
She's
see
an
her
A
titties?
cup.
A A cup. And this doctor recommends, and the only reason she said no was because she didn't want to spend no more money. This doctor don't give a fuck about her.
Oh yeah, China the wrestler too.
And there's no kind of psychological evaluation or anything that's necessary or required. They just want to make sure you can find a minute clinic that will clear you. So they are not liable if you die on the table. They do all the post op, all the pre op somewhere else. They outsource it. It's up to you where you get your pre op work done.
And of course, Kanye's mother.
They let her put a $500 deposit on her surgery without taking any blood work. Saline is cheaper than silicone. I think saline looks better than silicone too. Oh, did DC Young Fly say that? He believed in polygamy and he plans on having babies with other women like Nick Cannon. All right, well, here you go. Here you go. Now you got your chance, honey.
He looks
He looks
dirty.
dirty. Dusty. Oh, well, I mean, people were mad at Azalea Banks for what she said. I don't think that DC Young Fly said anything that bad to her. He said Nick Cannon was broke, so he couldn't get Cardi B on, so he got Azalea Banks' ugly ass. I mean, if you know anything, you know that that wasn't colorism. I mean, that's her own insecurity speaking, honestly, because he didn't say anything about color or race, and he's done that joke before on other people. And he called his mama ugly ass. He called his daughter ugly ass. People gotta Adelia Banks better be careful. She right here building up all this bad karma, saying she's the reason why his girlfriend died. She don't want to do that. She don't want to do that. She don't want to do that because his girlfriend is actually willing to take complete responsibility for her own death. She's willing to take that responsibility. It's not a good idea for anybody to put their mouth on this situation in that way. Azalea Banks is silly. She's not. She's not a. She's not one of us. That's for damn sure. We don't know
I
her.
think that you'll figure it out, doctor. I'm paying you $8,000. I'm sure there's another way because I've seen what breast lifts look like, and there's like a T right here. Like it's like a line right here and a line under here. Like it just looked kind of crazy. And I was like, I don't want to pay. Well, I didn't want to pay extra money to get that done. First of all, I think it was like $2,500 more for one. Like if you were to get a breast lift on both, I think it's 25. So one, I didn't want to pay, but two, I just didn't think it was drastic enough that I would need it. But he was telling me like, yeah, you don't notice it now, but when you get your boobs done, your boobs a lot, like you're gonna notice it then. So
That sounds like a car salesman.
But you know what's crazy? The doctor was right because if you notice the picture she's in with this new doctor who contributed to her passing, her titties were saggy on the inside. Like they look, you could see the implant.
Did he
Did
do
he
that?
do that? No, this Beverly Hills doctor did that.
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah,
like
but
a
he was.
car salesman that like
I
loosens the
know,
bolt
but he was trying to
on
tell her
purpose.
like you gonna have more kids and your titties ain't finished dropping. You might want to get a little breast implant or a breast lift so that as you continue to age, they don't sag.
But
She
she
just
shouldn't have
got.
been fucking with him.
Well, the thing is, most women that get breast implants get a breast lift at the same time because they're usually 50 something. She was too young for both.
I would never
Most
let a
women
woman
that get
touch
a
me. I mean, a man touch me.
most women that get a breast implant do get a breast lift at the same time. They get them
Same time.
together. Yeah, that's why they got that T because they put the little thing in there that create. They got to put the implant in, and they put the little thing in there that provides the breast lift. You know what I'm saying? But she was too young for both. She just wanted big titties, and they did look fake and cheap when she passed. When she a couple days before she passed, when she took that picture with that doctor, she looked like a porn star. It really looked bad,
A man would never touch me.
girl.
I just
I
don't
just
think
don't
black
think
women
black
do
women do
good
good
and
and
like getting
like getting
open unless
open
they
unless
have
they have
to.
to.
Anyway,
Anyway, I don't feel the need, honey. I do not feel the need. I mean, and I'm glad at many points I have. Let's be clear, even up until this. You know what I'm saying? And it was a him and a ha, and it was a hmm. You know, I wonder if that's a good idea. I wonder if that's something I should put on my list of things to do. Not anymore. All I need is for one, because it's happening way too much. And Spice was a wake up call, and she's been so quiet that I don't think her voice, I don't think she's being used properly. I really think Spice should be out talking about what she's experiencing. Cause Stormy is getting all kind of praise for allowing her body to be back to normal, but she's still a scam artist. So it's like, shut up, still shut up. And K Michelle gets praised for letting her body go back to what it was, but K Michelle is still a bitch. Like she's still a horrible person. But Spice is a good person, so she should be out speaking. That's just my opinion.
I probably will be all in the mirror, like, but I still didn't get it. I just assumed like he would make it do what it do, which he did. He made it did what it did. What I ended up getting was 415, 415 in the right boob, and I got 450, 450 in the left one. And the reason it wasn't anything like in between that is because there's nothing in between it apparently. Like there's no 430 or like something in the middle. He just had to go to the next implant size up. And initially in the
Wait, don't they feel those implants on the table?
I have no clue.
And I thought she said she wanted 377 and 375. How she end up with 450? That's a whole lot of difference.
consultation, we had talked about being 375 cc's.
Yeah.
Right before my surgery, when he came over to talk to me, he was like, okay, I showed him some more pictures. I had inspo pictures on deck, like, hey, just in case you forgot, I met you over a month ago. Like, hey, I know you do this every day, but this is what I wanted. Let's remember this. So I showed him a picture of this girl's boobs who I really liked. And whose was it? Was it, I forget whose it was. It was maybe Malika. Maybe she's dating Drake now or something like that. I don't remember if it's her. I don't even know if I'm saying her name right. It might have been her or this other girl. Oh no, it was this girl, XXTiana on Instagram, or XTiana, Christiana. I don't know. It's just some pretty girl on Instagram that I just love the way her breasts look. If I could figure it out, I'll put it down in the description box. But both her and Malika have great boobs, and I had messaged both of them like, hey, what size are you? Because honey, I want my boobs then, so I wouldn't be like you. They're both super sweet and friendly and replied and stuff. I don't think either of them have their boobs done. Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. So like I was saying, in the initial consultation, he had said 375 cc's is what we were gonna put in there. But then when he sat down, I was showing him pictures. He's like, okay, 415, it'll probably be. And in my head, I was like, that's not what you said before. That's not what you said before. But then also in my head, I was like, maybe I should go bigger. I always hear like women get their boobs done and they're.
You hear this shit? This is right before she's about to go into surgery. What happened to the consultation? And she's like, well, that's not what you said before.
Like, I should have went bigger. So I didn't say anything. I was just like, okay, 415 it is. So that was that. And then he walked away. He's like, okay, I'll see you on the other side, pretty much. And then the anesthesiologist came over to me and introduced himself, like, hey, I'm gonna put you to bed. My name is blah blah blah, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm scared. I was like, has anybody ever like not woken up? And he was like, nope, never. I was like, all right, whatever. Scary. I've never been put to sleep before. So that was that. He introduced himself and then he left. And also a side note, my friend, his name is K Ford, he has a lady friend and her name is Mariah, and Mariah worked at the doctor's office that I was getting my surgery. So shout out to my girl Mariah. I don't know what her Instagram is right now. If I can figure that out, I'll put it down in the description. But she was so helpful. She told K Ford that I could have her phone number so that I could like text her if I had any questions about anything. And I definitely was texting her. I was like, Mariah, what do I do? Like, I need to get my physical, I need to get my blood drawn. Like, what do I do? How do I pick? Like, just everything. She was so freaking helpful. So thank you so much, Mariah. You made the whole entire process just like more alleviating. Like, it felt more like I had a real life person just to like talk to this about, like not one of my girlfriends, like somebody who actually worked in the office that I could just communicate easily. Like there was even one morning, because of the fact that I'm in Atlanta and they're in California, we're 3 hours ahead. So I needed like some paperwork to be faxed over. I needed some paperwork to be faxed over. It was like 7 a.m. on the West Coast and 10 a.m. over here. So I was like, hey girl, when are you going into the office? Because I need this. She was like, oh, I got you. I'll get it right over to you. So that was clutch. Be right back. Got a good kid. Okay, and Nova woke up. So actually I have to make this kind of quick because she's gonna come in here, I already know. Now I'm just gonna start answering your guys' questions. Any other surgeries that I've ever had? No, I've never had surgery at all in my entire life. Like, nothing.
So this is my first and only one. Would you get surgery again? I don't think that there's anything I particularly think is wrong with myself right now. So
Hmm.
I don't, not right now. I don't see me getting surgery in the future. Oh yeah, this is a good one. So where was my incision? I actually went under.
That's pretty telling. At that time, she said, that was 5 years ago. She said, "No, I don't think there's anything else I want to get done. I don't see myself getting surgery again." She actually ended up getting cool sculpting not long after this, which is non invasive. And then, based on what I understand, the very next one, she had cool sculpting 3 years later, 2 years ago. And then after that, she went with this mommy makeover.
I think it's called inflammatory or something like that. I went under here because you can go through your nipple, your areola, you can go through armpit, or you can go under. And I just thought going under my breast would be better because I keloid really easily. Like when I got my nose piercing, my ear piercing, my nipple piercing that I used to have, I keloided all the time. Like I always keloided. So I was like, I don't want it through my nipple because of that. I think it's going to keloid around my nipple. But more importantly, I'm like, I want to breastfeed in the future. Now you can still breastfeed in the future if you get it through the areola, but I think it's just more chance for you to injure one of your milk ducts or something like that. So I just don't want to deal with that. So I was like, you know what? If I end up having a nasty, gnarly scar, at least it will be under my boob, so nobody will ever see it. Nobody's ever like, let me see some, lift up your titty. Like, no, nobody's gonna see it. So I just figured that was the best. And I went under the muscle as well. Go on top of the muscle or under the muscle, I went under it. Would I suggest it? I would, yeah. If it's something you want to do, I'm all for it. Like my stepmom got rhinoplasty, which is getting your nose done because she was teased when she was younger, and her confidence like skyrocketed because just like I think she had like a little.
Her stepmom, her crazy ass daddy's wife, neither one of them stopped at her casket during her funeral.
Hump or something like that on her nose, but it was just something that she was uncomfortable with. So she got it done and she looks amazing. Why not? Like, you know, I don't think you should go overboard with things. Like people are like changing their whole entire face or configuring their whole entire bodies. Like that's a little drastic to me, but hey, if that's what you want to do, you have to live with your.
She said configuring your whole entire body is a little drastic to her. Isn't that what a mommy makeover is?
Sure is.
It's like every single part from your torso to your pelvis is touched and altered. Hmm. It's amazing because she never saw herself doing what she did. She never saw, although she had the right mindset, that selfishness, that carelessness, the cutting corners, the vanity, of some of that immaturity and self centeredness. Although she had the right mindset, she said she never thought she'd go that far.
Body. So okay, but in terms of just breast, I'd say why not? Like if you have really small boobs and you want to get them done, just make sure you research the doctor and make sure you're just making a decision that you want to do it for you, not for anybody else. Like I didn't get mine done because I was trying to impress a guy. Like I wasn't trying to impress DC or any other guy out there. I just think that they just look so much nicer for yourself. You fit clothes better, bathing suits better. And also they just started looking real sad after I had Nova. So I just want to feel comfortable being naked because I walk around the house naked all the time. Like I'm just such that person. Like if you lived across from me, if there was like a window across from me, you would see me like butt naked all the time. So I just want to feel comfortable in my own skin pretty much. I'm all for it if you want to get it done. I'm gonna answer some of the questions with your guys' names. These are just ones I wrote down in my notes from like Snapchat or Instagram or something like that, and I don't remember who these ones are from, so sorry. Does Nova see a difference? I think she does, because she'll like, because what I have to do is I have to keep massaging them. If you can notice, like I told you, this one has 450cc, this one has 415, so this one's still bigger. Like it's still a little swollen up here at the top, and it's a little bit more, so I have to like massage like this, and I have to massage down here, and I have to go like this so I can squeeze them together. So they're clearly still not done healing or dropping yet. I think it takes like 3 months for them to actually drop, but I have to do this to make sure that they don't get hard and make sure you don't get like capsular contraction, which is when the boob just gets hard. So I just do this throughout the day, and I think Nova notices that I'm doing it, so now she'll be like, "Booby," and like go like this, like try to like pinch it and stuff. Like it's funny, but I think she notices a difference. Somebody said, "Does DC like it?" Yeah, he definitely does. Just earlier, he's like, "Send me a picture." He's like, "Them things busted." I was like, okay. So he said he had some plans for them when he gets home on Monday. So I don't know what his plans are. But yeah, he definitely likes them. But once again, like I said, it was not for him. I don't think he cared either way.
Her man wasn't even home when she was filming this video. He was out of town. But of course, she didn't get this done for him. She got it done so she could fit shirts better.
Like, he didn't care how they were before. I think that now that I have them, he's probably like, ooh, they're a little like, just like getting something upgraded on your car or something like that. Like, not saying I'm a car, but whatever, you get the point. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to your YouTube comments. Okay, I'm gonna like lightning speed through these because once again, Anova is awake, so we gotta get these out of the way. Another thing is, I don't know if anybody's gonna ask me this, but I'm just thinking about it right now. People wanna know, like, what does it feel like? They feel good. They're starting to feel even more and more natural every day, like while I'm massaging them, like, and I could see them dropping. They're still, you know, high and swollen. And also another thing is the pain. I haven't even talked about the pain. Like, if you go and watch my other video, it will probably look like I'm not really in much pain. Like, I'm all at Home Depot the next day, like, hey. But it wasn't really super painful. Like, the whole entire boob job wasn't painful because I was asleep, so I didn't feel nothing. Like, being put to sleep is probably like one of the funnest things ever. Like, just somebody has the power to like knock you out like that. Insane. But I didn't feel anything clearly the whole surgery. I didn't wake up during my surgery, and I ended up waking up, which is what I was scared about not doing. Like, am I gonna wake up? I didn't feel anything, and then after I woke up, I wasn't really in pain because I was kind of like high off meds or whatever they had given me. And then when I got to the house, it was really just like tightness and soreness, and my back was like, oh, like I just wanted to go like I just wanted to crack it, like, you know, do one of these, like, oof, oof, oof. But I couldn't.
For
I actually
what?
ended up getting a massage like a week and a half later because I noticed I was hunched over
Hey,
a lot. Like, I
Jennifer.
kept being like this, and I read somewhere something, I think it's like just a natural like protective state because you've got something so traumatic done right here. Like, it just kind of alleviates the pressure off of sitting up straight and having good posture. It's like, like, so my back, I'm not used to being like hunchback. Like, I have very good posture. Doing that messed with my back a little bit, so I went and got a massage, which was kind of uncomfortable, but it felt so good. Like, probably like top 3 massages ever. I was like laid down on my side and he was massaging, and it was really
So she wasn't spending the time that she was supposed to spend after she had her surgery resting. She went to the airport to pick up luggage. She went to Home Depot. She went, I think she went to Target before the surgery. But even the next day after that, she was shipping out items for her lip gloss line and going to a hotel to get her daughter and meet up with her boyfriend. And now she got back problems and needs to get a massage. If y'all don't hear her taking responsibility, I do.
down her parking deck with her. I literally got in the elevator, took it down to the first floor, and then had her pick me up from there because there's so many speed bumps going down where I was like, no, I'm not with all of that. So the pain, I guess, for like a week. Another question I know people want to know, like, what pain meds. They gave me Valium and Norco and antibiotics. So I took all of the antibiotics. I took a couple of the Norco just to help me sleep because it's a very uncomfortable way you have to sleep. Like, you have to stay like kind of, your back has to be elevated, and like it's just not comfortable. I took a couple of Norco. I didn't take any Valium. Valium is like for like back spasms or something like that, and I wasn't really having back spasms, so I was like, I don't need it, so I didn't take it. Jamar Lamage, ASS shots next or nah? Nah, definitely nah. And Jamal also said, you fine AF. You don't need all of that for the record. F what other people's opinions are. Sexy. Thank you. I still wanted it done though. What cup size were you?
That's
This
what
is
she said.
Genovia Vincent. What cup size were you and what cup size are you now? Like I said, I was 34A/B. Now I'm not sure. I'll probably be like, I don't know if my band is gonna be different. Maybe I'll probably be like a 36D, maybe. I don't know. I could be a 36C for all I know. I don't know. I haven't went to go try on bras yet because I just wanted my boobs to like drop and be where they're gonna be. So I'm definitely gonna take you guys with me to try on
Yeah, this was
bras,
Jennifer.
but I don't know
Just to catch you up
what
real quick.
my size is right now. I just know how
Just
many
to catch
CCs I
you
have
up.
with
This
it.
was
So
right
if anything
after her
else,
first
if you
surgery.
want to get a
This was the
card on your
Q&A that she
slots,
did
I love you. Like
after her
Kara,
breast augmentation in
MsJackyOh, he's
5 years ago.
good. Jay Shelly Guzman Torres. Can you still breastfeed? Was it worth it? Do you like it? Yes, I could still breastfeed. Was it worth it? I think so. So far, so good. Do you like it? I do. I'm loving it. Renaya F, do you think you want any more surgery since you handled this one so well? No, I don't think I'm gonna want any more. How big are they and are they soft? That was from Nova Plays. They are pretty soft. They're getting softer and softer every day. Serena Lara, what profile did you get and why? The profile, I didn't talk to you guys about that. So when I went to his office, there was like 4 profiles, which is kind of like the side profile, pretty much. So there was like high profile, like then one right under that, one under that, and low profile. So I got the second one. So I didn't get high profile. I don't think. I have to ask. I don't know if he said he did high profile or the one right under it. It was either high profile or the one right under it. I think I got the one right under it because I didn't want it to be like way up here, like where it's at right now. I didn't want it to like be way up here, but I also didn't want it to be super low. Like I didn't want that like supernatural like teardrop look, but I also didn't want it to be like looking crazy either. Little Miss Miracle, any advice for going to college? Save your money and don't get your boobs done until after college because college is expensive. Miss Ashley Hillman, how long do you have to wait till you can get pregnant? That's a good question. I don't think I need to wait. I think I could get pregnant now if I wanted to. I don't think I've read anything about any complications about getting pregnant after your breast augmentation, but don't quote me. It's something you need to discuss with a doctor. Shoddy Day, are you going to increase the size again in the near future if you feel you need more, or is this the size final? So I don't think I'm gonna want to increase it. They're not drastically super bigger, but I like that. Like I'm feeling this whole situation. Like I just wanted them to look full and be nice with, like, I don't like wearing a bra, so I wanted them to be nice without a bra, which I don't have on. I wanted them to sit up. I wanted them to look nice, like with one of those low cut shirts. Like that's really what I wanted. I didn't want like bimbo, like Barbie tits or anything like that. Like I just wanted something nice, and that's what I got. So I don't know.
And it's crazy because she ended up with bimbo Barbie tits because she didn't get the breast lift. She ended up with the tits she didn't want. She looked like what did ladies say on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with your fake and square tits because that one lady her titties were square. She did. She ended up with horrible looking breasts. Poor thing. She looked
in the
fine
process of trying to lose
before.
weight though. So I have heard that when you lose weight, your breasts lose weight. So I don't know if in the future I just lost so much weight that they just shrunk all over again. I mean, I'm not opposed to going back in and making them go back to how they are now, but for now we're good. Ziara Lexus, what's the average recovery time? How has the healing process been so far? Average recovery time, I think after 6 weeks, you're like cleared to do whatever the heck you want to do. Like, I think I'm like able to like really go hard in the gym after 6 weeks. I probably won't go hard, but I actually just started back at the gym like 3 days ago. But I'm just doing like walking and like leg and glute exercises, but nothing that has to do with my arms or pecs or anything like that. I probably won't do anything that has to do with that for probably like another 2 months. I don't know. I'm just like scared. Like, I don't want to like rip anything by going too hard. So I don't know. Chicken nuggets 3. How long is it? 35 minutes. Yeah, I want like a couple other kids actually. Veronica Thompson, when did it feel like you when you woke up? Or what I think she's saying, what did it feel like when you woke up? I was still high off meds. You could see it in my other video, like right after. I'm all like, hey, what's your name? Like, hey, ugh. So I was just high off meds. ACSPMV4L, okay. Were the results worth the price? By the way, I love your channel. Tell John I said hi. Hey girl or guy. Were the results worth the price? You know, it could have been cheaper. $8,000 is a lot of money, but you know, so far so good. Like I keep saying, like I'd rather pay more and get my desired effect, like in my desired look, than pay less and be pissed off and then have to go pay more to get it fixed. I don't want to be like one of those botched episodes. So far so good. Like I said, and you, oh, Sybil, Jeremy, when you got your breast done, are you still able to breastfeed? Yes, you're still able to breastfeed. Shaya M, this is another good thing. Do you really have to go back every 10 years or ever at all if there are no complications with them? Apparently you do. Like,
Yeah, listen to this answer that she gives. She's asked the question, do you really need to go back every 10 years to get them redone?
I think my boobs have like a warranty on them for 10 years. And after that, you're supposed to get them redone. You're supposed to, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's women out there who've had them for like 15 years and have not gotten them redone. I guess I'll see in 10 years. Check back in 10 years and we'll see. Jessica Lucio.
He said, check in with me in 10 years, y'all. That was 5 years ago. Check in with me in 10 years, and I'll let you know if I decide to get them redone. It's so unfortunate.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
So unfortunate. And she said, you can get sick or die. Ain't no big deal. Mm.
How could you deal with the pain like you did slash said that you were fine with your birth video too? I don't know. I guess I'm just like pretty good with pain. I don't know. Like I'm like up walking around after I gave birth. Like the nurse came in there after I gave birth to Nova, like, you're really active, mom. Like, what are you doing? Like, lay down. You just had a child 13 minutes ago. But I don't know. I guess I just like I could take pain. Brylan Taylor, does DC suck yo tiddy? TIDY. He hasn't yet. Actually, I really won't let him like touch them yet. I'm just like, you can look like far away, but you're not touching yet. I want them to like drop and be softer first. Like he's touched them. He's like, I was like, what do they feel like? He's like, they feel like a titty. That's all he said. So, but I know like they're gonna get more like natural feeling like after like massaging them and stuff more. So yeah,
Yeah, that's about all the meat from this one. The rest of the questions, her audience, it's unfortunate they ask really stupid questions. Like, man, the questions that they asked weren't really, the kind of questions you should ask somebody who doesn't need a surgery and is getting one. But let's go into the funeral. Oh, the funeral. Hold on, let me skip. And I'm just going to say this, y'all, I am not a Christian anymore. I was delivered from Christianity around 2016. I have a lot of criticism. If you're new to this show, I am a licensed preacher. I have a master's degree from a seminary, and I have a whole lot of criticism about things that happen in the church. And this video is reminiscent of a whole lot of bullshit And I'm gonna call it out too. Hold on, I'm gonna fast forward past this. There's a about now in this video. I noticed that the processional it appears to be about 25 minutes long, but I also noticed that they have looped it. So, excuse me, I don't know why they did that when they put this video out. They made it seem like more people were in the processional than there actually were. Um, by looping it, they played it twice. I thought that was really, really strange. But let me get to when and the singing Lord. So y'all said she looked a little bit browner skin. I thought so too. I think some of her friends did her makeup.
May we all stand.
Hold on, let me get
I
this
am the
right.
resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. They that believeth in me, though they were dead, yet shall they live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me,
And believeth in me,
shall never die.
wait, he
For
said
we brought
they should live even though they're dead, but they'll never die. Y'all see,
nothing into this world, and it is certain
they just be saying shit.
that we can carry nothing out. The Lord gave us Jackie,
This pisses me off.
and the Lord has taken away. Blessed.
He said the Lord gave us Jackie and the Lord has taken away. So don't be upset about it. Don't worry. It ain't no big deal. You know, it's just some God doing.
Happy be the name
You just
I
saying
feel like
anything.
Christians are
of the Lord.
I feel like Christians are so unprepared for death. Like they don't
For the Lord is my
he's just
shepherd.
saying anything, St. Hudson.
I
He
shall
just
not
saying
want.
random church shit. Them
He
poor
makes me to
kids.
lie down in green pastures.
Them poor babies. That
He
poor little boy
leads me
ain't gonna
beside
remember
still
what his
waters.
mama looked like.
He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake.
Mm-mm. What is
Yea,
he
though I
saying?
walk through the valley and the shadow of death,
He
I
could have
will
just
fear no
not
evil, for
said
thou art
nothing
with
and
me.
let the music play.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
I'm rolling my eyes because if y'all heard this man singing at this funeral, then
Thou anointest my head with
you know
oil,
what's
my
coming.
cup runs over.
If this is your first time seeing this funeral, give me a
Surely
one in the chat.
goodness
I just want to know
and mercy
because y'all, some things happen here.
shall follow me all the days of my life. And I too
Crossing the green and not in between.
And y'all see her
will dwell in the
friends. These
house of
are
the
her
Lord
friends,
forever.
the ones that were at the house, at the
Amen.
apartment. These are her friends that were at the apartment
For the earth is the Lord's,
that said she was the guinea pig.
and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein.
He's just saying church shit.
For he hath founded upon the seas and established it upon the floods.
Who is he? James Earl Jones?
Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Who
God,
shall stand in his holy place?
What does that
He
have
that
to do
hath
with
clean
this?
hands and a pure heart, who have not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive blessings from the Lord and righteousness.
Yeah, I'll show y'all when her daddy come down.
From the God of his salvation. This is the generation of those.
I think that's DC's dad. I mean, mama.
Seek thy face, O Jacob, Selah.
Oh, really? Moon Eyes, I didn't know that.
Heads, O ye gates, and be lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and let the King of glory come in.
Who is this King of glory?
Who is this King of glory?
The Lord strong and mighty.
The Lord strong and mighty.
What does that have to do with this?
The Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and let the King of glory come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory.
Oh my God, this man, he got paid to be here. Come on, sir, don't do that. They didn't practice today.
Is this the beginning of the funeral?
Girl, this is the beginning. This is the beginning. Now I gotta catch it because they edit this. They edit this processional in twice, so it looks like it runs a lot longer than it actually does. I gotta catch it when it starts repeating. I don't know why they did that. I think that was very deceptive. Ooh, they are two different keys.
I will lift mine eyes
from the front.
You said what?
I was saying
my
Why does it sound like an oral spiritual?
Girl, and he made it sound bad, didn't he? Woo!
All that's missing is some
Oh. They didn't do a sound check, y'all. They did not do a sound check. Girl, I'm not muting him, Jennifer. I'm not muting him, honey. Girl, I'm so glad I watched this already. Girl, he stopped me from crying. Nah, truth be told, I was in tears, and he fucked me up. I was over here crying over this baby in this casket, and he brought it. I was like, I can't even cry no more. you. Oh,
You are the source of my strength.
y'all be letting this shit go on. Y'all need to tell these churches to stop this bullshit.
He sound like he done had a couple of hen dogs.
He been hanging out with that pilot from Flight.
Those who are
I will
standing may be
live.
seated in the presence of the Lord.
I am tickled.
Oh, pray to you. Lord, I will live.
You can just sing it straight. You don't have to do all that. It's a beautiful song by itself. To the hills, knowing my help is coming from you. The peace I give me in time. Put a one in the chat if you sing it at home. The storm I am the source of my strength. Yes, I am.
You are.
I am the strength of my life. Come on, somebody. I lift my hands in total praise to me. Sang, 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 children. He said he ain't good after this sad service. Y'all crazy. I haven't seen her dad yet. I hope I didn't miss him. Because he came down with his wife and just kept on walking.
The band sound like the juke joint.
Girl, they did not rehearse. This is not one of the songs they do together, apparently. They need most churches have a funeral repertoire. I ain't never heard nobody sing this at a funeral though, but funerals getting different nowadays. Because this was a celebration and they was needing God at the same time. I don't know. He ain't got no shame. Straight.
Like the OJ.
Y'all, this is not a no judgment zone. Hello, welcome to the breakdown. We make fun of people at church too. This is something we was never allowed to do when we was in church. We would get whoopings. People was allowed to sing any kind of way, and we wasn't allowed to laugh. Well, it's a new day. Shit. We gonna roast your ass in church. What you say? He said, life. Is he the house singer? Every day. He messed up the whole processional. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say he messed up the processional. He ruined it.
Take a drink of water. Why don't you?
strengthen your life at the same time. That's an oxymoron.
Life.
I live
You
my
feel
hand
like you feeling like
to pray. Yeah.
not the lower
I know how that
registration.
sounded in his head. It just didn't come out that way. Oh,
Amen.
come on, y'all. Let's sing it together. Oh, but you all gotta sing tenor like him. Oh, he don't know the part. Amen. Where is the choir? Amen.
Hey.
Where is the choir? What Petty Bell say? Where are my backup singers? Oh, he is all over the place. Stop, sir. Stop doing that, sir. Richard Smallwood is having a fit right now. He texted me.
The register then re-registered.
Oh, man. Oh, now he's just gonna say whatever the fuck come out his nose. Yeah. Here he go again. Doing it again. I thought it was over. Yeah. I lift my hand in praise to you. Yeah. Don't he sound like that politician that was like, yeah?
Yep.
I done lost track of this processional, y'all. I don't know where they at. Strength of my life. Okay, I remember them talking. I live. Excuse me. She walked up there like she wanted to make sure that was her. Did y'all see that?
Yep.
I'm sorry. I know this is a long processional, but y'all gotta watch that lady in the dark pink. Wait a minute. Y'all gotta watch this lady in the dark pink. I hope I didn't go back too far. Oh. Somebody's soundbar is having a fit right now. I am so sorry.
I was about to fall asleep.
Girl, not tonight. I told you I was taking you on a little journey, didn't I? Watch how she walk up there. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. She looked like she was just making sure that was her. How'd she end up being the last person in the procession?
I love girl. La
Who thought there'd be a day when you be watching a freaking funeral with other people from many miles away? I never saw him touching that casket.
I saw this part here.
They had to close it.
Did he put holy water on her?
I don't know. Somebody said wait, where you at? Hold on. Let me go back up there. Celebrity Scandalous said it was rumored that he put here go another rendition, y'all. These songs. They say he put a ring in the casket.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, you put a ring on her finger?
No, they say you put a ring in the casket. But that might just be for show, because you know we always go back and get that jewelry before they bury that body. My daddy had rings on his finger too, and they in my shiffer robe.
Oh. That must be her grandma.
No, that's his mama. She didn't really have a lot of female family. She had like an aunt, but her mom and that side of her family was kind of not in the picture.
Well, he always said
Now
he
he was
had
doing
oversight
fine.
like the way
He was doing.
she had him.
He was doing fine. What made that motherfucker go and just start singing in a whole different key?
He re-registered, child.
Hey. Tell the story. I love this song. How
I ain't gotta know the
made
words
it
song.
over. We used to sing this song. Man, I used to try to cry. It never made sense to me.
I'm going to put on my robe.
Put on my robe and yeah, this is a new song. This is a traditional funeral song down south. It's a southern traditional song. Hey, here's it go. Put on my robe and tell the story. It sounds like slave music, don't it?
Yep.
Uh-huh. Hey, hey. Oh, put on. Tell the story. Oh. He just changed keys. He just went from alto down to tenor. Some people you just can't sing with. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. You just gotta sit back and let them do their thing. That's sad, huh?
As soon as I get
everything looks like about perfection.
Keeping up appearances. That's what one of them tarot readers said. It was all about the appearance. Yep. I can't even figure out where he's going.
Bring it home.
Oh, that's him singing right there. That's the first time I've ever seen him.
Oh, no wonder.
As I get home. Come on, follow me.
I mean, is he singing the alphabet?
Girl. Not the alphabet. He's the type of nigga that make you just want to sing and write. So let's I want to make sure y'all know this is a celebration. We're celebrating the fact that this woman has passed away. Okay.
Now we can do a little bit.
Turtle, quit.
Oh, okay. I'm about to go. You're not doing that to me tonight. You are not doing that to me tonight.
Henry's pop.
You did not say Papa Turtle. I didn't even see it.
Heroes in the chef. Turtle power.
God damn, you done fucked me up for the night.
Body is to be present with the Lord. You may be seated.
That doesn't even make sense. Okay.
In the presence of the Lord.
Oh my gosh, you said Papa Turtle.
Actually, this
Big
is
Henry.
Commencement exercise.
Commencement?
A graduation.
What?
A graduation.
So she has graduated.
No, she didn't. This is a
It was
tragedy.
a situation.
I'm sorry. I'm
The
not really.
situation.
I wasn't gonna interject,
I
but
didn't know this person was connected. I want to hear what he said.
y'all serious with the comments in it?
Oh, somebody in the comments was being
Y'all really
negative. He didn't like
disrespecting
it,
the
so
girl while she's. This is
he
her